I need that sports encyclopedia. U.S. Steve Kim. Got Trent in the cut.
What are you?
He's the best.
Yeah.
He's a master motivator.
I'm a master motivator. I ain't no regular ass motivator. I'm a fucking master.
Coaches tried to make practice so hard that the game was less intrusive. Like they coached you that way. Like people think, well, they were just yelling. No, they were trying to put you under stress and put you in under duress so that when you got in the game, you could mentally handle adversity.
If you go through JUCO and you make it out of JUCO, you can make it anywhere.
I respect the hell out of you to see that you're doing what you're doing and still doing what you're doing for real, the way you do it, man. From day one, you had the same enthusiasm. You keep the same enthusiasm, and it's fucking contagious.
In my opinion, I think Shedeur Sanders is the best deep ball in college football. I don't think
Can you just say something nice about Shedeur Sanders?
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
And I'll proudly stand up next to you. Oh, God bless America.
You said belt to ass, T-Red. You got the belt around you.
We are in the building. It is Work Boot Wednesday. So talk that talk. We'll talk back. We're back in the building. It is loaded lineup today. Right out the gate, Curtis Johnson, the head football coach, UFL, Miami legend, Tulane legend. We got a legend joining us. OG, Houston Roughnecks, Houston Gamblers, Narland Saints, Chicago Bear, Curtis Johnson. He'll be joining us to talk that talk right here in the first hour. And then NBA legend, man, Mario Chalmers joins us as well. So we got a lot to discuss. We'll dive right into it because we have Curtis Johnson joining us right out the gate here in a few minutes. So tap that like, subscribe, become a member if you're not one, and head on over to Coach JB Show Store.com right now for some merch. Got this new bucket hat on. CoachJBStore.com. Let's dive into it, man. Major League Baseball, you should be ashamed of yourself. What a joke. I said it months ago when Pete Rose died. They would let him in after he passed. And what do we have today? Letting him in after he passed. I'm just telling you right now, this should be called out by every mainstream media member today. But dollars to dimes, not one person will have the balls to call this out. The Rose family should say, get screwed. Major League Baseball, Manfred, you guys screwed this whole entire family's legacy up and possibly the greatest hitter of all time's legacy up. Shoeless Joe Jackson. This is a backhanded slap in every baseball historian's face who knows anything about the 1919 World Series fix that he was a part of over 100 years ago. And now you lift the ban? Why? Cowards performing cowardly acts. Shameful pusses who run big business. Every major sport commissioner is a coward, and the fans need to call them out and make them pay for their actions. But you won't. So guess what? This shit will continue. You want better players. You want better games. You want more competition. Yet you won't fight for the past that only builds the future. But what do I know? The Lakers post an awkward post, and I'm going to bring in my main man. Far East Sider, 317, LeBron hairline having, Lamar Jackson loving, AR5 defending, and Caitlin Clark jocking Big Smitty to discuss it.
What's going on, y'all? Big Smitty back in the place to be. I'm going to grow my little mini fur out, JB. I don't know how far I'm going to grow it, but I'm going to grow it out and just see how I like it. I'm going to grow it out, fade the size in the back, and just see how I like it. If I don't like it, cut it down. If I like it, I'll keep it. But we'll figure it out, JB. I like the hat you got on, though, player. I ain't gonna hate on you.
Like Steve Harvey?
Nah, I ain't gonna be Steve Harvey. It's gonna be the Big Smitty. You know, it's not gonna be shaped like Steve Harvey shit was perfect. It was like a damn
third base.
Exactly what it was. Baby too young. A lot of people in the chat too young. Just Google Steve Harvey like 01, 02. But I know Jordan Scott, he wasn't born. I know Lee wasn't born. Mark Rideout wasn't born. Gene wasn't born. Mustang 760 wasn't born. T. Mixum definitely wasn't born. And Luigi Blanco was just a baby. So just Google Steve Harvey Afro. You'll see it online. I'm excited to be here. It's hump day, homie.
Hump day, man. Hump day. We got a couple great guests on. Let me dive right into the lead in that we were just. I wanted to bring you in for this one. The Lakers posted a weird post. If you haven't heard about it, I've been getting blown up all night long from my LA boys. I don't know if you've seen this. If you haven't seen it, take a look. They posted a want ad, homie, for a strength and conditioning coach. The Los Angeles Lakers, one of the most iconic franchises in all of sports history. One of the most expensive franchises in all of sports history. Most valued sports franchise in history. This is what it says, Smitty. I'll read it to you, and then I don't know. The head strength and conditioning coach for the Los Angeles Lakers ensures that each player has an individual designed strength and conditioning plan to promote and support his maximum performance and health maintenance. This role implements, monitors, and adjusts players' workouts year-round as needed. In addition, the head strength and conditioning coach is responsible for motivating players and holding them accountable for their work in the weight room. Must be able to work well with the team, work irregular hours, and travel overnight for extensive periods of time. Now, this is on the Lakers website, plus it has about 10 essential functions and duties and responsibilities, like such as coordinate and cooperate with medical and performance staff, attend training camp, all practices, all home and away preseason, regular season, and playoff games. Also, get tested and figure out how the NBA anti-drug test program works, and then complete administrative and other duties assigned. But, Smitty, you only need a bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
And the salary is between $200 and $250.
Pretty good.
No, it's actually shitty. So the key is, Smitty.
That's pretty good, especially all the perks you get too.
Yeah. Motivating players and holding them accountable for their work in the weight room.
Coaching.
That's an impossible task. For absolute nobody to take the job that you flew on your website. It's absolutely a mockery, homie. It's an absolute joke. It is an absolute joke.
You think it's crazy?
This is JJ Redick being wet behind the ears coach, bro. I'm just telling you. And I'll break it down later, but go ahead.
I'm just asking you, you think it's crazy for any professional sports organization to list any of their jobs that's not like on the corporate behind the computer side online on their site?
Yes.
Got you. Okay. All right. I feel you. Like for me, I'm ignorant, to how they typically go about things like this. Common sense, or just like you put a gun in my head and tell me to guess, I would assume you being the Lakers, you would just have natural connections and conversations behind closed doors, like you would do with any other regular coach. Like you wouldn't put the head coach of the Lakers. We're looking for a guy. We're willing to pay $3 to $5 million. Obviously, it's a different level, but still, it's a coach. Any coach, I wouldn't expect to see a job posting online. So this is very, very intriguing. That's why I want to look, and it's I'm pretty sure it's real. I looked it up, went to an article.
No, it's real.
To the site. So
it's
this
real.
is very intriguing. I mean, if they're really looking for a coach, I actually got a guy in mind. I'm not gonna say his name because I know he has a job right now. I don't want to make things weird, but maybe I'll send that over to my old strength coach that I used to be with and see if he wants to come out here. He'll get him right.
Yeah, no one's gonna get him right. JJ Redick's job is to get him right. Here's the reason. You're going to get $200K in LA. So you're going to make maybe $100K after taxes. And then you're going to tell a billionaire, get your fucking ass down. You ain't low enough in the squat rack. Get the fuck out of here, homie. JJ Redick is a cop-out. And by the way,
Billionaire.
Full cop-out. Yeah, billionaire. LeBron's a billionaire, homie, if you didn't know.
Okay, you got 2 players who making that max money on the team. Everybody else is making regular NBA
Everyone
money.
else on the team makes more than the strength conditioning coach. Stop.
Of course, but
Stop, homie. Stop.
Not billionaires, homie.
I said you're going to tell a billionaire, homie. Did you not hear me?
Yeah,
a billionaire. LeBron James. Is LeBron James not the figurehead of the team?
LeBron got his own workout program. I don't matter who's there for LeBron. Leave LeBron out. LeBron about to retire the next year.
That's your problem, homie. That's the problem.
No, it's not.
You want to leave cats out of a team?
I'm being real.
Come on, homie.
It's like Tom Brady who works at Fox. TB12. TB
don't matter.
He has his own thing. TB12. Right?
It don't matter. You got a guy with a bachelor's degree, homie, that makes $250K telling. Okay, tell Luka then. Let's get Luka in shape.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here. I mean, he makes $300 million.
Ding, 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 ding.
300 mil.
And now you're thinking macro, though. Now you're thinking macro.
No, it's already macro. You're not going to get none of them right, homie. None of them.
In shape.
You can't get fucking Austin Reeves to buy in at $250K. Stop, homie. These cats ain't looking at you like some guru. Listen, I know professional trainers in professional sports. The Tampa Bay Lightning hockey team guy, I got a lot of my weight room shit from him. He's a good friend of mine. Homie, he can't motivate millionaires. Millionaires don't need a guy to motivate them in the weight room. You need the coach to motivate you and say,
so what are
do
you
your
saying?
fucking job, homie. Show up to the weight room and do your job. And now if you have a strength conditioning coach in there, cool. You know how this thing works, homie. You've been in Ball State with a strength conditioning coach versus the head coach.
College. It's different in college.
But it's not. It's not really.
In college, we spend this more than anything. Which coach do football players in college spend the most time?
I mean, you're not listening to the macro. I know. I already know where you're going. That's not what this. No, you're not listening, homie. That's not the macro discussion. Who do you think told the fucking strength conditioning coach at Ball State what to do?
The head coach told him
the direction.
Hold on. Let me finish though. The head coach told him the direction of
model.
I want these type of linemen.
Mission statement. Yeah, philosophy.
Create a plan that fits okay, cool. But I'm saying,
guess what it is though? My hours, head football coaches, my hours. When do we have it? What we do in there? Are we maintenance or strength? When are we doing that? Is it versus winter, spring, or summer? When are we doing what? That's what. And then the guy goes in there and is the guy that runs the environment, homie. And you're with him more than the head football coach.
Yeah, but
all. You guys all use the same excuse. All players use that excuse. We're with the strength conditioning coach more hours in the head coach.
We respect
that has nothing to do with it. I get it,
but it had way more time with them than we do with a head coach.
But respectfully, you have no fucking idea what goes on behind in the coaching office. You're only with the guy in the weight room thinking that this guy is controlling the thing. No, he's not, homie. You know how many hours of coaching meetings there's going on with the head coach and the strength conditioning coach that you don't know shit about? Has nothing to do with what you think is going on in the weight room. Go ahead.
Are you telling me that the head coach? Now I'm not talking about what you did because you did things different, like when you coach. But typically, you told me the head coach is literally putting together the specific lifting plan for the day, for the week. I want the lineman to do 4 sets of hang cleans. Then I want them to move over to do 4 sets of back squat, 4 sets of front squat. I want Big Smitty at this weight. No, they're not doing that. They may tell you, hey, I want you to focus on getting these guys bigger. They got these guys on weight gain. I need a big lot. Cool. But the strength coach is the one making the specific plan centered around what the head coach wants and desires. Am I wrong in saying that?
You're completely wrong.
So you're saying you got to put in the exact specific plan and it's handed over to the strength coach and said, do it.
You know what he is? He's the science guy that understands what the lifts do and what lifts are. He has nothing to do with the structure of what I want as my philosophy for my program. Nothing at all. Like, we hire a strength conditioning coach because he's an ass kicker, or he gets along with the players, or he gets them to buy in, or he's a fucking rah-rah guy in there. Has nothing to do with the program, homie. The head coach has the vision of the football program when he hires that man. And he tells that man, this is what we do here. He interviews tons of guys, Smitty, and the guys that are combative and say, I don't really want, I do it my way. I'm not hiring that guy. He's not getting the job. He's going to do it my way or the highway. Now, I'm going to let you do it You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
But it's my program, homie. It's my philosophy. Because at the end of the day, I never seen a strength coach getting fired for going 0-10 on the football field.
We're saying the same thing. We're saying the same thing.
All right, so let me run this by you real quick.
You wouldn't listen to me.
The whole thing is it's a bad look for a professional organization to put that out there, and it makes J.J. Redick look really weak in this particular spot. As he hears, because this is why. Macro. The end of the season ended, and he came out on a press conference the next day, and what did he say after they got beat by Timberwolves? We got some guys in shape, but we got a lot of guys that aren't in shape, and they're not very bought in, and blah, blah, blah. Now you post this on your website, and if you don't think J.J. Redick has something to do with this, you're crazy. So he goes out there and now posts this, which makes him look even weaker because specifically you know who he's talking to. Luka. And he's telling a coach, come in here and get Luka right at $250K. Come get a $350 million guy right, making $250. And by the way, you'll get taxed in LA. And by the way, you probably barely cover gas. Get the fuck out of here. Not happening, Smitty. It's a bad look.
If you make $250,000 and you don't know how to manage that and live a solid life out here, that's your problem. If you don't know how to write off certain taxes and know how to maneuver with $250,000, that's a you problem, homie. Trust me, you can live a solid life right here with that.
Is he single?
Probably so. Strength coach, probably.
Well, he better be single, and he better understand that the more you make, the more they take. I'm surprised you don't know that by now.
Know that, but you make $250,000 a year, and you live a good life. You have a fucking beautiful home.
I live month to month.
You got
I live month to month
on your fence. You got a
I live month to month. I live month to month though.
You got 4 or 5 grills. You got multiple.
What's that mean?
You got
that's a hustler.
9 TVs, movie theater. You got a par 3 golf course, a full basketball court.
That has nothing to do with it.
Made. You got a full hill backyard where your dogs play at, and they kill lizards. You got a reindeer when you're driving on the way to your house. You might run to a couple reindeer on the way there, especially around October, November, December. Like, and you make
donkeys.
You make the exact same amount. You make the exact same amount. So what are you trying to tell me, homie?
Donkeys.
250 still good, homie.
First of all,
donkey reindeer, whatever.
You pocket watching. That's what you said you don't do.
We're just being real.
Number two, I'm month to month. I live month to month, literally.
Explain that.
And I make way more than $250. Let's dive into this other thing I want to bring into you real quick.
You pay me more than, homie.
In other world news, I'd be wrong not to give my 2 cents on this, and I'm just gonna drop this real quick because and we can move on. This what I had to add it real late because it's starting to irritate me because I know things that I had to personally go through to graduate high school, and I know a lot of homies that weren't allowed to walk and graduate in front of their own family, but we are in a third world country right now in America. And I just want to give my 2 cents to everybody out there. The kid Carmelo Anthony, who killed a kid at a track meet in Texas, who Smitty and I have covered a few times, is out of jail on a bond, number one. And then he now is being allowed to graduate from high school with his class. I don't know what world we're in America. It's a third world. That's what I believe it is right now. It's really simple. The homies and I had to go to continuation school to graduate. We weren't allowed to walk because we had a few beers at a fucking house party the day before. But this cat kills a motherfucker and can walk. Make it make sense, homie. All I'm going to say. Let's dive right into the quote of the day before our first guest, Smitty, because we get caught up when we got early guests and we don't get to any of that shit done until about 2 hours later. So, quote of the day, Smitty, your next move matters more than your last mistake. Don't think people understand that very much.
Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. I think everybody understands that one. It's a good quote, something that a few people need to hear, like Frank Kona and TJ Riddle. It's unrankable again, but it's a good quote. Unrankable doesn't mean it's a bad quote. It just means that you said a lot of good things over the last couple of years to where this just doesn't fall in a ranking system. You know, Cam Moore was unranked and he went number 1 overall. So it doesn't mean that one of these can't impact your life at the highest level. Like one of these quotes right here may impact somebody in the chat more than one of my favorite quotes. You know what I'm saying? So your next move matters more than your last mistake. It's still very important, Markel, the chef, Keith Smith. please listen up because it is important, but it's unrankable at the same time. Two things can be true.
Contrary to belief, brought to you by BetUS. Head over to BetUS TV today. Use a promo code Coach JB. Y'all love poking the lion, but then you cry when it roars. Contrary to belief. Y'all love poking me, but then when I bark back, you motherfuckers cry like bitches. Just like half the chat started before the show even started. Smitty, you weren't in here yet. You were still moving the car. And I'm like, a lot of these motherfuckers want to poke the lion, homie. But when he roars back, they start, I'm a member.
No, you're right. I mean, don't start now, won't be nothing for sure.
Members are bitches too, homie.
It was a bitch made cat earlier, like about 5 minutes ago.
Like a motherfucker is a member, he can't be a bitch.
I can't remember what his name was. It was some bitch made cat. I'm trying to scroll and find it, but it was some bitch made
some
cat.
Who? Some who?
Bitch made cat. That's your phrase. I can't remember where it's at. But now it was a good quote, though. You're right. Like, don't start nothing, don't be nothing. Now, I will say, sometimes my co-host may get baby poked, and then you roar like you got fucking shot. So sometimes the roar doesn't match the poke, but nevertheless, if they didn't poke you, you would never roar. So, makes sense.
Macro. Real quick, poll question, Smitty, before our guest comes on. Who do you give a better chance to in elimination? Celtics tonight, Nuggets tomorrow.
Better chance? I give the Nuggets.
Better chance to stave off elimination.
Nuggets for sure. Nuggets, man. Yeah, last night was a hell of a game.
I should have won the last two games.
Know,
Joker wrapped the series up.
You see that three Joker made late in the game to tie it up? I said, oh, they winning this. But to OKC's point, man, to their, I mean, those boys came back, knocked down 2 more threes in a row. Ball movement, hustle. Them young cats is good. We keep trying to find a way to give it to the Nuggets because, we love the Joker, and those guys are proven, won a ring 2 years ago. But OKC, man, them young dudes is good. They really good. They legit. And I said it before, I think whoever wins that series is coming out the West, whether it's Nuggets versus OKC. I don't think the Timberwolves can beat either one of those guys unless Ant just goes crazy the whole entire series, which he's capable of doing, and he seems to be getting hot lately. But, man, I think the Nuggets for sure, best part of what I'm seeing. Also, with Tatum being down and out, I see the Celtics keeping it close like in the first half and keeping it tight and Jaylen Brown having a good game and things like that. But I think late game, like when it's the nitty gritty, man, I just see that the Knicks is going to finish this thing out, man. They're a tougher team, and my camera's blurry, and I think the Nuggets will do it.
The one team we didn't bring up, stave off elimination, is the Golden State Warriors because it's a wrap. That's over. We don't need to even talk about them. I would be shocked if they were to win tonight. I would be shocked. I just don't see it, Smitty. I don't see it.
I might walk to work if they win tonight.
Huh? You said what?
I said I might have to walk to work if they win tonight. That's how shocked I'd be. I might have to, though. I'm not going to say I'm doing it. So
I would cover it.
You would follow me around and record the whole thing?
I would actually cover that, yes.
All right, well, let's see what happens. Golden State not going to win, though. There's no way they're winning without Steph. Why am I blurry, homie? Come on, stop playing.
I don't know.
There we go. Hold on. No. Let's see. He's back, homie. But yeah, they're not gonna win it. They're not gonna win it, homie. I think without Steph, it's just a wrap. There's no offense. Jimmy been cool, but he ain't been like Jimmy like what we saw in Miami. The game they should have stole without Steph was 2 games ago. They had it. I mean, Jonathan Kuminga had a hell of a game. Butler played good for 3 quarters. Buddy Hield played well, and they still lost that one. When that happened, that was like the gut. That was like the gut stabbing. That was the poke in the stomach right there. I was like, oh, it's a wrap. If y'all not winning that game when these 3 guys ball out and score all these points, it's a wrap. So they just don't have enough, and it's a shame because I think with Steph they win this series, and who knows, man? Like Steph could have possibly made it to another championship, and we always talk about legacy and whose heir is this, whose heir is that, but we'll never know because injuries always changes things. But I do know one thing: the Indiana Pacers balled out. It has been balling out the entire playoffs, and people need to put respect on their name. They've been the complete just underdog the entire playoff. Nobody has given them any credit. Every time, even when they win, it's always like, oh, well, the Cavs were hurt, or Dame went down, or it's always somebody else's fault or some other excuse instead of just saying, you know what, Rick Carlisle's doing a hell of a job as a head coach.
Like when LeBron blames all his players,
one of the best point guards in the game. Those young
like when
guys
LeBron blames everybody,
they're knocking down everything. Like, it's at some point, give the Naptown Pacers their credit, man.
You mean like when LeBron blames everybody, but he's the GOAT?
I don't call him the GOAT, so I'm not really.
He's not even better than Steph. Steph in this era is the best, but we'll dive into that anyway. But go back to your point, though.
Save that for later for Chalmers.
Yeah, let me go back to your point, though. I don't believe Golden State could win with Steph. I don't think they could have won this series with Steph. But
I disagree.
But without that, man, without further ado, we got a coaching legend that I love watching dearly. Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays, respectively. The head football coach for the Houston Roughnecks, Miami Hurricane legend, man, responsible for recruiting some dogs. And we got him for a short period of time because he's getting ready to go practice, I believe. It's hot as hell out in Houston, and he's getting his team ready. So I can't thank him enough for joining us. The head football coach of the Houston Roughnecks, Coach C.J. Johnson, joins the show. Coach, how you doing, brother? I appreciate you.
Doing well, man. Thanks for having me on your show, man. I've heard a lot about the show, man.
Hey, man, I can't thank you enough.
All good. All great things.
Hey, man, I gotta dive right into it, man. You got a legend on your staff who I know you're a legend yourself, but you got a feisty guy that gets after that O-line, man, and who's had a lot of experience at a lot of levels in Tom Cable. What's he doing at that level for you, and how's he helping you out get this thing going?
Love it. So I don't know if you guys know, Caves and I played together at Idaho. Then we went to San Diego State together, where I recruited Marshall Falk. We were roommates together on the road. And then we went back to Cal Berkeley when we had Tony Gonzalez and those guys. We worked together then too. So Caves is not only a friend of mine, but we've been together a lot. And so he knows me, I know him. So he has the green light to do anything. And man, he's doing it. Smoke and mirrors, what he's doing with this line. He's doing a fabulous job.
No doubt. It's got to be tough with the O-line. It's kind of a makeshift like deal in this league, isn't it? Like it's a week-to-week deal as far as rotational. Guy goes down. How many – you don't get the numbers you do at a college or NFL level, right?
Absolutely. That's the biggest problem. First of all, in the league, I mean, there's some great defensive ends in this league. Most of those guys played in the NFL. Now, like Taco Charleston, he's one of the guys that's in this league. So now – when you get your offensive line, man, the NFL, they hold on to those guys forever. They always hold on. So that's the toughest place besides quarterback to position your team. So, but Cave's done a phenomenal job, just phenomenal.
No doubt. Listen, I was telling Smitty here, I don't know if a lot of people out here know, the younger guys in the chat watching, I don't think they know. You mentioned Marshall Falk, the legends you've recruited. A lot of people don't realize. We're getting up there, Coach. We're getting up there. I still think I can go do it with the best of them. I know you still can. The guys, Andre Johnson, Ed Reed, the guys you recruited to Miami back in the day. I don't know what year was that. 01, 2000.
Yeah, I started there in 96.
96. Yeah.
Last year was 05.
You think you still do it right now? If somebody calls you with a big bag of money at a deep Power 5 school and said, "Hey, come bring these dudes here. We got NIL, we got the portal, blah blah blah." Where you at with that? You done with that?
I don't think I can. I can help outside in. I can help them with little things. But, man, recruiting is so much work nowadays. I got friends doing it, Frank Wilson, all those guys. And what they do, man, they travel so much 24/7, year-round. It's a tall task. And those teams, man, that's doing it, they're doing a phenomenal job. And,
Coach, all that work just to have me call and say, "Hey, I give you $100,000 more," and your ass don't even get the kid.
Well, that's what I'm hearing. It's like the old days when I started. It was a lot of when I was at SMU. After the death penalty, there was a lot of that going on. It looked like we just resurfaced back to those old days.
Man, Go ahead.
To that point, let me ask you this: what was it about you and your style back in those days that made you such an elite recruiter?
Well, I think one thing, I would go anywhere for a player, so it didn't matter. I'd be in a project, I'd be on a basketball court, I'd find them in the parks, anywhere I can find them, I'd go get them. Secondly, I was young enough where I understood them, but I was old enough where I had a little bit of authority over them. And so I think those young men wanted discipline, and everybody wanted a chance to play. And I was, I wasn't promising anything, but man, one thing you could do, the places I've gone, we can really, you could play.
No doubt.
Love it.
Hey, Coach, who was that? And I know you had some dudes. I mean, I remember your San Diego State days with Darnell Scott and them.
Yep.
Who was that Idaho with you guys? Like, who was coaching?
Well, it was Dennis Erickson was our head coach, and then Keith Gilbertson was our coach also. So it was a couple guys that really impacted our lives to become coaches. I wanted to be a high school teacher and change the world. And Gilby said, "No, you're not being a teacher. Come on, you come and coach it with me." And the rest is history.
No doubt. I'm good friends with Dennis, man. That's funny because we used to do a Black Coaches Association deal in Santa Monica.
Yep.
I'm sure you know.
Robert Taylor.
Robert passed away, Coach Taylor. I'm an LA JUCO guy forever, so Robert and I were good friends. And Dennis, we would always do him and Yarbs.
That's my first guy I coached was Yarbs.
Hell yeah.
At Idaho. Yep.
No, that's crazy. I knew it was all connected. It's so interconnected, man. Yarb's a good friend. Hey, Yarbs used to come to my house and film guys on at the beach. Illegal as hell. I'm like, man, it's not like a JUCO. What you doing, man?
I may have taught him that one.
You get that from me.
Just saw Yard. Hey, Coach, real quick. So you getting ready this weekend? Explain this whole thing, how this is working, and what's your future looking like? You want to stay at this deal here at this level? You like it? It's gonna get. Does it have a future?
I love it. I think it has a great future. I think what it is, man, each year the leagues get harder and harder. It gets better and better. You got a lot of great coaches in the league. Skip Holtz, you got Mike Nolan. I worked with Mike at the Saints for 3 or 4 years. You just got good coach after good coach after good coach. And then the players are starting to see, well, we're on television. We're getting opportunities to go back to the NFL. And so they're beginning to come. So, it's starting to catch on a little bit by little bit each week. We're getting better and better with watching, with TV viewership. So I love the league. It's 10 weeks. It's not a killer, but you get good players and you get around youngsters and you can coach. You can be around good coaches and good people.
If you had to point out one thing about it, like, what would you say is the hardest piece of coaching? I know earlier you mentioned that, like, quarterback, sometimes it's hard to find like that right quarterback. You mentioned the O-line. Is there something that just stands out as like the most, I guess, difficult piece of it?
Well, the biggest difficulty after it's over, then you kind of don't have a staff or anything. You're kind of waiting. You're waiting to see. You're waiting to evaluate. You're waiting to move on to your next season, and then you don't have an off-season training. I don't know if you ever have it because most of the guys you're trying to get still in the NFL. But man, it's everything else is great. Great facilities, great place to play. I love coaching this league.
Coach, real quick, we got a Tulane legend on our show every week, and Shaun King.
That's my guy.
And so he texted me saying to tell you hello. But he what was your time at Tulane like, man? A good friend of mine, Willie Fritz, is now at Houston, down by you, university, and he did some great things there. But I used to go down and just hang out with him. It's a hard spot to coach, man. And watching him in meetings and shit, the academic rigor and all the things it is to get a kid in. How hard was it for you at that time?
Well, it was tough. It was tough, but it was rewarding. First of all, my former boss and friend Sean Payton cussed me out for taking the job because I was a receiver coach at the Saints. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing? Well, it's my opportunity to coach, to be a head coach, first head coaching gig, and I was getting old. I wasn't getting any younger, so I did that, and it was a good job. It was good, man. I thought Rick Dixon was outstanding, the athletic director, but just getting guys into school, you got 7 departments, and it was tough. Willie could tell you. You got to petition to get guys into school. They need a certain SAT, ACT. Sometimes you didn't get a reason why they weren't allowing guys into school. So you think you got a great opportunity for a kid to get in school, and then they'll tell you no, and then you say why? They say, well, he doesn't meet the criteria. Well, what's the criteria? You kind of never knew. But that was tough. When I was there, they built a new stadium. We did get to a bowl game. So we did some good things, but for me, it was just tough. I thought Willie did a sensational job. He did an outstanding job.
Nah, no doubt, brother. Let me ask you, when were you at SMU? It's like after, I know, obviously after Dickerson and all that. What did
95.
Were you affected?
They were just bringing the program back. This was 1994. our claim to fame, Tom Rossley was the head coach. When Texas A&M had the biggest winning streak, I think they had lost a game in whatever it was, and we tied them. And that was the only game we tied. And it was a big game. It was big fussing, but they were just bringing the program back, and it was still kind of creeping along. But man, they hit their stride, so they're playing well. Also,
only reason I asked that is like nowadays we got this NIL thing where it's basically whatever SMU was doing then now out in the open, right? Like what's your take on this NIL thing, man? Do you see it translating? Is it harder to coach professionals, what you're doing now, because they have this transfer portal mindset that they can go 3 or 4 places and then they get to the league, or professionals and say, I don't want to play, I'm demanding my money first and blah, blah, blah. Are you seeing it kind of transcending upwards for the first time?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? The one thing I think somehow, some way, there has to be some type of rules and regulations for it, because, man, the transfer portal is, you don't know your team. I was talking to some college coaches. The one thing they do, they recruit off other teams. That's number one. The second thing they do is you gotta have some kind of sponsorship, because you got to have a budget to pay for these kids to come in. My friend who was a graduate assistant when I was at Miami, Mario Cristobal, man, he has a heck of a budget because he's getting some guys in there. So if you're going to do it like that, I think what it hampers the smaller type schools, because once you get a good player, you won't be able to keep him, and rightfully so. So I think something needs to be in place where you can't transfer. You got to do something to pay some type of restitution or whatever. No doubt. The mid-major, you think it's dead? I don't think so, because there's so many athletes out there, and what I'm hearing, it's hard to recruit. You can't. It's not recruiting like I did. Like I had to go to Gulliver Prep and get Shaun Taylor, or Destrand to get Ed Reed. You don't have that anymore. You just basically you going out and you specifically targeting a couple different guys, and that's all you're getting. But man, guys will come up now. I'd be excited about the mid majors, because you're going to get some really good football players. No doubt.
Man. I got a question for you. Going back to your time at the U. So, we had USC legend Lindell White had came on our show, and we had a whole discussion about which team was greater. Was it the 01, I think, Hurricanes, or was it the 04 or 05 USC Trojans? Of course, he's going to back his school, as he should. I don't know. Do we have a clip, Bailey? We have a quick clip. Check it out first.
About college football, I'm going my Trojans. See, what people try to get into is they talk about all the Hall of Famers in that class.
Right.
I respect that, and I get it. But if we're talking about just football and stats, if you go look at my stats, I have more touchdowns. Was it who? I've already did this. McGahee, Clinton Portis. I had more touchdowns than them in college combined. So what are we talking about?
Fuck it, cook.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
talk about it.
I think the only problem we have on that team is Shaun T, and then my guy, rest in peace to the Shaun Taylor, one of the greatest football players I've ever seen play football. I can't lie, but I think it would have been a bang out. That same team lost to fucking Ohio State with Maurice Clarett now. See, the NFL, they got me. I can't front. The Miami boys, I'll give them that. I'll talk to the DJ, and we talk about it all the time, but then they always want to point out, well, we have Hall of Fame, and I respect that, but I'd be like, y'all the same team that lost to Ohio State too, with them same players. So it's like, you can lose. We had two high.
Take it off, Bailey. The coach is shaking his head. Please correct him and educate the fans. Is he wrong?
That was 2000. The 2002 team lost to Ohio State. The 2001 team, Shaun Taylor, Kellen Winslow, Devin Hester, all those guys were on that team. They were on the second string. That was our second string. Antrell Rowe, Kelly Jennings, they were all second stringers. If you go back and look at it, it was Mike Rumph, first round pick, Ed Reed, first round pick, Philip Buchanan. Those were the three guys in the secondary. It was DJ Williams, it was Chris Campbell, and it was John Vilmer. We had McDougal, who was a first round pick. We had Vince Wilfork, was a baby back then. So all those guys that was our defense. Brian McKinney and Vernon Kelly was the first round picks on offense. I'm only naming first round picks. Devin Hester couldn't get on the field. So I've had the discussion with Reggie Bush, because Reggie Bush was with me at the Saints. Reggie will tell you who would have been a better team. Now he's not gonna say it out loud, but man, it was just too many. The second string, he's referencing the 2002 team with Shaun Taylor. Shaun Taylor was only on the kickoff team. Ed Reed was the safety.
It's crazy, man.
That's right.
He said Devin Hester couldn't see the field.
With receivers, Roscoe Parrish, Andre Johnson, Sonoris Moss. The tight end was Jeremy Shockey. So,
golly.
And Winslow was the backup.
The only place I would say USC probably had y'all probably would have been quarterback. And then, I mean, you could argue running. I don't know. Running back's weird because, like, you guys had an amazing. You 3-4 deep at running back. We know. We know who Reggie and Lindell was though. So it's tough, but I don't know. It's
Frank never played. That one team now it was Portis.
Yeah.
It was Frank Gore. It was Najee Davenport, and Willis was the fullback.
Yeah.
Stop playing, coach.
So I think he's gonna have the most touchdowns because those guys will eat. Half of them wasn't playing half the game. And I'm gonna tell you who's a great athlete, Jared Payton. Jared Payton was on that team. He's a great athlete. Good friend of mine. He just didn't have the commitment like those other guys because his dad had so much money. So we could debate that all day. Now he's talking about two different teams. He referenced the 2002 team. That 2001 team, they wasn't going. No, I don't think anybody. Alabama may have been close.
Hey,
Alabama team was a good team.
And the 95 Nebraska team would have been a tough one.
It would have been a tough one. That would have been a tough one. One of those Florida teams I thought were good. You know, all those teams you lump them in together. But just being around those guys in the Hall of Fame, the first round picks, who was on the bench when we were playing, who couldn't get on the field when we were playing. I mean, you got guys that come up in the first round. Roger McIntosh was one of the linebackers. He's a first round pick. Nobody even mentioned him.
Hey, was Marley's kid on that team?
Marley kid had just left. Marley kid left in '95 when I got there in '96.
Okay, I figured he was older. Yeah. We've had Jared on a few times. I talk to Jared Payton all the time. He's a good dude, man. Great dude, man. Out there in Chicago, doing a lot of things for them. When you guys go out early today, practice?
Yeah. You know, we got a heat day, so I just got done a miss half of the walkthrough. I love doing your show, but I'm good though. Cave's out there and Eric Price on the staff. So those are.
Oh, you got Eric. Eric's out there. Damn, I've known Eric.
He's out here.
Yeah. Nice.
So, but man, we had a good walkthrough, but it's hot though. I got to get him on and off the field. It is hot here today.
No doubt. Hey, Coach, I don't want to hold you, man. I know how that is. I can't thank you enough, brother, to come on here.
Look, we got to do it again and chop it up about some more college because, man, there's some great players, Frank Gore and all those guys. I never had to tell you the Frank Gore story, the Ed Reed story, the Reggie Wayne story. I got stories for all of them.
You got to come back then, Coach.
Hey, we got to get you back.
You got to come back then.
Hey, hopefully you go win out. Hey, go win out. Go get this thing done, man. I appreciate you.
Thanks
all right, Coach. Appreciate it, brother.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Great,
man. I know he's chomping at the bit, man. I actually am mad at myself for taking that man off the field for his walk.
Yeah, I didn't know that he was literally like.
I knew it was a tough one, because we were talking yesterday, and it was a tough fit in because he had to move schedule around because of the damn heat wave.
I'm kind of pissed off though. I don't want to take away from he missed walkthrough. He missed an actual practice for us. We appreciate it.
Half the walkthrough, he said. So
we appreciate it, but sheesh, great guest though. We got to bring him back, man.
Yeah, great dude, man, by the way. If you haven't watched him I don't know if you've seen the clips, Smitty, or not. I don't know how much, football have you watched of this league this year, but I only watch it certain here and there because of guys I know coaching it.
Yeah.
Him and Tom be going at it on the sideline.
Be going at it?
Him and Tom Cable, that's why I asked that question. Because, him and Cable, and that makes sense now that
boys now, together, when you real close, you can do that.
I figured there was some sort of connection. So, that's what I figured.
It always, before we move on, it always just shocks me that they really had Sean Taylor and Ed Reed on the same team. It just sounds crazy in my head. Knowing how great Sean Taylor was in a short time before he, unfortunately passed, and obviously we know who Ed Reed is. The fact that you had both of them on in your locker room, it just sounds crazy to me. But shout out to him and shout out to those recruiters for the U. For sure.
Yeah, it is. Hey, man, let's do some what's happening now. That's you on the right. I got a buddy of mine, TikTok. We'll be back.
Oh, I know what this is. Go ahead.
TikTok. We'll be back. Eat a dick. So look, man. I sent this to Bailey because a buddy of mine sent me this, and he was like, "Hey, Coach, man, I could try to see him. I get him out. I'm trying to get the cat on as we speak right now.
Call him.
But anyway, basically what's happening is a buddy of mine's childhood friend, all right, a guy named Nick, played Little League, high school, and baseball, etc. He found out that his wife was cheating on him with the landscaper, homie.
Landscaper?
Again, I've been telling a lot. I've been telling all these people, like, women cheat way more than men. But what do I know? Anyway, apparently he was letting the landscaper, like, bust up in her.
No.
Oh, yeah. And they got they had 2 young kids together.
I don't know who did. Who had 2 young kids together? The landscaper and the woman, or the dude?
The husband and wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Boy.
Yeah. And so he basically sent me this whole thing, and basically like, so my boy used to date his wife's best friend.
Okay, so they all in the same circle. They tight.
Yeah. So anyway, take a look at this video. What's happening now? Because it's already this video's gone viral.
My birthday, get her a little something, right? Well, happy wife, happy life, bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You got something for me? It's funny, last time I did this, I was wearing this same shirt and my Uncle Sonny's cufflinks. Pretty ironic.
I did.
Got her parents walking by, homie.
Where'd you go there?
He flipped it on you
Oh, this is smart. He getting the ring on. This is smart. This is black.
Nah. Just this one. You don't want to.
Just this one. You see the ring he took?
Yeah.
Putting it back.
He's joking. He's keeping it smooth. I like that.
Yeah, I fucking know everything. That's right, bitch. I know everything. I had to see his skinny little pill thing. I wasn't in. What? I know about all the Plan B pills you had to take, you filthy fucking cunt. What is happening? Fuck you. I fucking know, bitch. Yeah, that's right. I fucking know everything. Don't act like you don't fucking know. I fucking hate you. I never hated my life, but I fucking hate you. I hate what you did to me, the betrayal. I hate what you did to my children. You know exactly who it is. You know exactly who it was, dude. Bitch, don't make me fucking show you. I know everything.
I don't know.
Everything.
Uncle Benny.
I hate what you did to my children, the life you fucking stole from them. You want me to show them? I'll show them everything. You sure you want that? I don't think you fucking do. You know who it is.
Are we sure? What the fuck is that? Of course he knows.
Of course he knows. They know too. The girls know.
I don't give a fuck. Show them the life you fucking stole from them. You want me to show them? I'll show them everything. You sure you want that? I don't think you fucking do. You know who it is.
This is fake, right?
Fuck you. I thought
it was for the first couple of minutes.
Hey, listen, whoever here still backs this piece of shit after all that, get the fuck out. This is my goddamn party. Play that.
It became a divorce party, homie.
Homie! He said, whoever the fuck is still backs out today, get the fuck out. It's my party. DJ, drop that shit. Don't. That was hard. That was hard.
Hey, I'm trying to get him on the show. My boy is real good.
We need him on today. Figure it out.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I come $100 or whatever. We gotta get him on today.
Also, he's a fireman.
Yeah, my brother's a firefighter. I respect him.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy, homie. Now, I'm assuming her people was there though too, like her family. I'm surprised.
That's why he. Yeah, I see people in the chat.
I'm surprised, like her brother, if she has one, or her uncle or pops.
If you're a real one, you gotta take it.
No, I feel you. No, she's 100% wrong. Duh. But I'm saying, like, still, like, he calling her a bitch and cunt, all that. So I'm just saying, if you her brother,
they married, homie.
Side, for none of them to step up at all. I'm not saying to fight them, but just to like.
They've been married, homie, for years. That's a marriage thing at some point.
No,
like,
I hear you.
I'm be honest. Unless you hit my daughter or like beat her or like do something, rape her, you know what I'm saying? Like unless you do something physically,
it's tough though. I know what you're saying. Like
Words ain't. I'm not gonna get in with words with my daughter if they've been married for years and got kids.
You're saying like that's your relationship, but I don't know. It's just tough.
I ain't stepping in unless you physically touch something. Like you do something that's harmful to.
Let me ask you this though. Like I hear what you're saying, and I know you and your daughter, it's a unique situation, but like I don't know. Like I know JB enough too though, where
that's the difference though. That's the difference.
Grown man, and I'm
different in that.
I get it, but they call her you bitch, you cunt.
Yeah,
it's hard. It's hard for me to see you to sit there like.
Nah, but see, here's the thing. Here's the thing though. Like, did she do it? See, that's the thing, homie. Like, you got to be real. I'm a realist, homie. When it comes, whoever says it doesn't matter if it's the truth, homie. It doesn't matter who says it.
No,
like,
I hear you.
Like if she did him wrong, and I know the cat after they've been married 10 years, they got 2 kids, and I've kicked it with this dude, and he's been loyal to my daughter, and my daughter fucked over him. Nah, homie, he has every right to call her out her fucking name. And I'm not doing nothing about it unless you put hands on her now. But at the same time, she is in the wrong.
I probably would have stepped up, and then later on I would have talked to her privately on some like you fucking tripping. But I think knowing me, call me whatever, emotion, whatever, I probably would have stepped up. Like that's my little sister. Even if she wrong. Blood thicker than water, you know what I'm saying? Like you my homie too. You my homie. If you did something wrong to like another dude or whatever, and he pressed you on some different shit, I'ma still have your back in that moment. And then later on we can talk. And I'm like, hey bro, you was fucking tripping though. Like you was, ooh. But in that moment, you still my boy. Like at the end of the day, you still my brothers. So I
it's crazy. What's crazy is like y'all get offended in person all of a sudden and want to do all this, but on social media, I'll call each other bitch and hoe and all this all day long.
Because there's no way to get.
That's my point, though. I mean, that's my point.
There's no
that's my point. That's my point, though. Like, if the dad of the daughter is not going to do nothing, I don't believe anyone else should.
That's what I'm talking about, though. The dad.
If my daughter cheated and let this motherfucker, like, come on, homie, you broke up the.
She's wrong. I'm not defending that at all. I'm just saying.
But she is a bitch. That's still my
daughter.
Be a bitch and a cunt.
But I mean, that's
dog. They're words, homie. They're words for marriage. A married couple. She was a bitch and a cunt if she did all that, homie. Real shit. Like I get it. It's just words, homie. What's worse, Smitty? What's worse, the words or you fucking a dude and getting a motherfucker nutting you?
Action way worse.
Okay, then what we talking about? Homie?
I just grew. Listen. You right. It's technically just words, and we should not get worked over words. But you also understand where I'm coming from, and understanding that certain words what it is. Growing up, call it petty, call it childish, call it immature. There's just certain words that are trigger words. Even you to this day, if another grown man called you a bitch, you're not gonna sit there and say, "Oh, it's just a word." No, you not. I've seen you spaz out over less. I've seen you spaz out over T-Mobile motherfuckers getting your bill wrong. So I know.
Yeah, but that's my point though. But that's the thing though. Like at the end of the day, if I'm there, and I know this happened, because old boy didn't spaz out like that if he didn't have no real concrete evidence. I'm just gonna be real.
He got video. You can hear what he was saying. He said, "I'll show you." Yeah, I'll show you.
Like you could tell he set this up because he had the evidence. Like he didn't do this at his homeboy told him, "Hey, I think she fucked." Yeah. Nah, he got evidence for months or weeks or whatever days, and saw it and had to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. Think about what he had to do. See, I play quarterback, homie. I know how to slow processes down and shit. You're a D lineman. I a quick nut motherfucker. Just get there. Like you can't think so quickly and slow things down in a heat of the battle, heat of the moment.
Shit, what are you talking about, boy?
That's what that guy does. He's a fireman. He has to save lives. He has to go into battle and open doors and handle heat, throw cats out the window. And
my brother fireman who was a D lineman. We know how to do that shit.
I'm just saying.
You ain't never been you ain't never been in the three technique and
micro.
And got a pin and pull where the guard pull, the tackle come down. You got to step, come back, hit the tackle, over the top, runs the pitch. You don't know what I'm going to talk about.
So let me ask you, why are you so quick to jump in when he called his wife a bitch?
I'm just telling you.
If you don't think, that's my point though. See, I know, but I'm slowing it down. Like, okay, he ain't saying that and calling her out her name if he don't got no concrete evidence. See,
It
that's
don't
all,
matter though.
it's no doubt in my mind. Like,
It don't matter.
no, it does matter.
You know what the problem is, Jason?
Because what the problem is, you and I would literally do the exact same.
Let me tell you, I don't know.
Yeah, you would. I mean, you would call your wife out her name, whatever name that may be.
I don't.
Maybe it might not be the same words.
Okay, thank you.
You're calling her out her name, though.
I'm hella respectful.
I get it, but if she disrespects you in that manner,
even when we argue and shit, I'm still like, I've never. That's my woman. I've never called her a bitch. Even when we got in our heated.
No. I get it. I was that way too.
Like, yeah.
But I'm saying, knock on wood, and God willing, that never happened. I'm saying,
if I found she cheated on me, I'm not thinking like that.
Or just anything crazy. Like, come on, homie. Like that's crazy. Like to me.
I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm saying two things can be true. I'm saying I feel him 1,000%. I'm also saying that if I'm the family of her, the men, I mean, I'm surprised none of them stepped up. Because I'm super just loyal, right? So, like, probably to a fault. I'm to the point where, again, if I know JB actually did something wrong, again, I'm not talking about nothing super crazy. I'm just saying, like, just something wrong. Like, let's say you smashed some chick and she married to some dude or whatever, just as hypothetically, and that dude found out, and now he's pressing you. I know you're technically wrong, but in that situation, fuck him. My homie and my little if it's JB, I got your back in that moment. Later on, I'm like, hey, JB, you fucking tripping. Why you put me? You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I move. That's all I'm saying.
I agree. That's a totally different situation in this, though. I'm speaking because I was specifically asked in the chat about if that was my daughter. So that's the issue I have. Like, if that's my daughter, if that was my daughter and I'm the dad and that's the husband and I know him and they've been married 10 years and got 2 kids,
it's like different.
And she did that to him, he has every right. I mean, that's a relationship.
And plus, at that point, he's family too. Let's be real.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I've been around this cat. Yeah.
I feel you though. But the bigger picture, forget all that. The bigger picture is she's completely fucked up for what she did. Cheating on him with the landscaper. So that means every time he was coming over to fix your yard, he was fixing that cat. And you got family, you got kids, and your husband a firefighter, right? Which means he's gone multiple days in a row, 24-hour shifts, busting his ass, trying to make ends meet to take care of you, those kids, that house. She probably don't work, or if she do work, it's probably some part-time scenario to where he's paying majority, if not all, the bills while you at home fucking on this landscaper. And that's one person that he knows about. Who says she ain't fucking with some other people?
What do you do? What do you do before we take commercial break? What do you do in the Steve Smith scenario where he fucked the dude's wife and he hit him up on the phone and all that? Like, again, though, my wife's at fault. My wife's the motherfucker that's fucking, though, still. At the end of the day, my wife stepped out on me. Yeah. At the end of the day, unless I want to go smoke this cat over this broad that cheated on me and lose my life and go to jail forever over a bitch that didn't give a fuck about me because she cheated on me, obviously.
Right.
Fuck her. And I'll tell him, too, like, hey, dog, you got this, homie. This bitch is dead to me, though, but you got this. But if I see you in person, I'm catching a fair one with you on GP because you knew I was married. Now, if he didn't know he's married, here's the thing, though.
That's what LA said.
But a lot of cats don't know that bitches be married, though.
Yeah.
And that's why cats be getting smoked out here over a bitch. Because at the end of the day, homie,
break it down.
In LA, cats be getting smoked every summer over a bitch. That means absolutely nothing. Because the dude didn't know that bitch was in a relationship. And she never told that dude. And that dude was fucking just like any other dude would do. Damn. And then found out, you fucking who? And then there's a motherfucker get smoked over it. Nah, homie, check your bitch. Your bitch cheated on you, homie. He didn't take the pussy. She gave it to him. There's a huge difference.
This sound like Pimp 101 right now. This motherfucker sound like your whole like keep talking, player. You sound like a JB right now, homie.
I'm just saying though, dog. Like, being honest, like, you better go listen to some Sugar Free.
Yeah, so you sound like I was about to say you sound like fucking Sugar JB, Sugar B right now. What you talking?
I am. That's what they call me, homie.
Give us a free game before we go to break. Give us one like Pimp 101 lesson. That's one rule that all men should just know. Give us something.
Well, you already know.
Get it again.
Pussy ain't free. You know that already, right?
Give us one more. Give us one more, homie.
You know that, right? I just want to make sure you know that.
It ain't never free.
I'm just saying.
It's free game, y'all.
Yeah. Fat bitches make money.
Uh-huh.
And you know, bitch can sell farts in a jar, then you know you're fucked. She can show her feet on OnlyFans and make more money than the NBA player.
Talk about it.
We very different, homie.
He got his like hat on, like, hey, I like the swag right now. I ain't gonna JB on some real like player shit right now. That motherfucker said, listen, if she cheat on me, that's your bitch now. It ain't mine. It is what it is. But if I see you in the streets, we're gonna have to catch a fair one just on GP. Like that whole line was smooth, the way you said that whole shit. Catch a fair one. So Bailey, I know you ain't from out here. Catch a fair one means like if I see you in public, we gotta fight. That's what he means by that. People who not from the West Coast, catch a fair one means on site. We're gonna just throw hands. Ain't no killing. We're gonna throw hands, fight on, beat your ass, we're gonna move on. Just man to man shit. That was some player shit though. You from the Bay, homie.
You got a better chance finding Tupac than buying you something off the ice cream truck. We'll be back. Hey, well, fuck it. I'll go home tonight. I'll drink my yak and smoke my stick, and I'll get it back cracking.
Out the tryouts here.
Hey, Indiana's newest pro football team held tryouts trying to fill its roster for the 2025 season. More than 175 women from across Indiana showed up today, hoping to land a spot on the Indiana Valor. This team is set to join the Women's Football Alliance League next year. They competed today in drills to showcase their skills, speed, and football knowledge. One player has been telling us she wants to inspire football knowledge, their skills, drills to showcase their skills, speed, and
why you stop it, Jason? He was in the middle of the video. Showcase your speed, your skills.
These lights heat up. These lights get hotter.
What is wrong with you right now?
These lights got
the fans and the audio listeners were trying to listen to the video, and you paused it out of nowhere to get up and take a lap. What you going through, homie?
I saw the throw, homie. I saw the throw. Can we take a moment? Listen.
That's a good dig, bro. That's a good dig throw. 3-step.
Smitty, you got to stop telling yourself that it's a good throw. Like, seriously.
It's not going to look the exact same as the
I don't
man,
care.
bro.
Don't compare it to men,
This
homie.
is a women league. Okay, then relax.
Go back
relax.
to my point. Go back to my
point. And maybe she's not a good quarterback.
All right.
I've seen bad throws and fucking practice with fellas. Contrary to belief. People trying to figure out what their position is. Come on, bro. Stop.
All right, listen.
Stop. No. You find what you're looking for, Jason.
All right.
You find what you're looking for. If you're looking for negativity, you're going to find negativity.
All right. So can we go back to my point, though?
What's the point?
The point is women. I love women to be.
Sister right there.
Sister.
Sister.
No, it's not. It's sister.
Sister.
Fucking look like a brother. Looks like a brother.
No, it's not. Hair's in a
so
I'm starting to think you didn't really grow around black women like that because you don't understand that. Well, I don't know. You don't understand the hair complexities and stuff like that. Like no, dude, her hair's in a bun.
She has Dax and Murray's on, homie. Bitches don't wear Dax and Murray's, homie. She's got Murray's in her hair, bro.
Jason, stop calling these women bitches.
She's got so much Murray's in her shit, homie. If you light a match or fart, she'll blow up.
It's spritz, homie. Ain't no Murray. She got spritz in her hair.
What the fuck you talking about?
And body butter, homie.
Listen, first of all, homie.
He learned 2 words in the community 20 years ago. He just keep using it. Dax and Murray's. All you know.
All right, well, whatever. You want to put it berries? You want berries, homie? Let me break something down real quick, homie.
Don't call me homie no more. Rest
the point, Darnell, the point of this whole show and this topic was the fact that I want females to be breadwinners, entrepreneurs, CEOs, bad bitches, all that. I don't want you to come home to me and tell me that you took a rib shot because you didn't have rib pads on by a fucking 300-pound 3 technique in a flag football game. I don't want my broad to come home and tell me that she took a fucking sidewind kick to the fucking face and broke her orbital bone with dirty feet. I don't want that, Smitty. Darnell Smith. I don't want that. I want a feminine CEO, breadwinner, bad bitch come home in a suit or jogging suit. I don't give a fuck.
Don't touch me.
But whatever she has, Smitty, that's the one I want. I don't want
Well,
this
go
one.
get that.
I will.
Go get that.
I do.
What these women got to do with you? Don't date them. This ain't the woman that you want. I don't date. Wait, I'm married, but I don't date white women. That's not my cup of tea.
So let's just.
That's okay. Yo, it's okay to have a type.
Is that really
These
a girl?
women right here aren't living their lives based upon
Is
what
that a
Jason
girl,
wants,
though?
homie.
Seriously, that's a girl.
I'm talking right now. I let you talk. It's my turn. These women right here are not living their lives based upon what Jason or any other man wants. They have the freedom like we do to go out here and follow their passions and follow their dreams and do what they want. You think they sit there watching the show like, you know what? Jason said he wants us to not fight and not play football, not play sports. So that's what we're going to do. I don't give a fuck about your opinion, homie, or anybody else's.
1,500 people. So look.
Half of them fuck with me.
Darnell looked like a little boy in the studio, especially when the. So you guys don't know, the chair was broken and it was like real short. So if you notice Darnell Smith, how small he looked in the chair, because it broke. We had a lot of obstacles at the studio, just so you know. But Darnell looked like a little boy in that picture. Hey, what up, Smitty?
Can you tell the fans that I'm really not short for real? Like, I'm shorter than you, but I'm not short.
Yeah, I don't think they know that you're like, they think you're really 5'8".
Because when a few people see me in person, it's not even a few of them, but like, I might be at a bar in Long Beach. Obviously, Chris seen me before. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be like in a Discord, like, hey, y'all, Smitty actually like big than a motherfucker. Like,
how'd they see you?
Well, Chris seen me at your house. Random fans have seen me at like, it's a bar I go to in Long Beach sometimes whenever I'm watching like a UFC event or something like that. And I've had fans, you know, I was in New Orleans for Super Bowl. A fan was in the crowd, wanted to take a picture with me, watch our show every day. So like when they see me, they're like, oh, okay, he's not really, I'm 6 foot, 255, solid, pure muscle. I'm different. So anyway, though, speaking of looking like a little boy, we actually had a video of you, Jason, of you, myself, I think Steve Kim as well. Some pictures of us when we were babies. Let's go ahead and check this out.
So I smoked cigars when I was an infant.
Yeah, you came out there, out the gate. Your pops gave it to you. You put True Serum in your arm, and voila, you got Steve in the middle. And
AI is crazy, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I think this right here ends the world.
Yeah, and then this is right here. This is when JB and I was getting ready for our podcast. We was getting ready, so I remember that day we did that show on the yacht. This is literally this is the day. So this is this is the actual day when me and you took the pictures together.
Explain. So you did the work. So Smitty did the work. Shout out to Smitty. Everybody out there that understands. He went and researched it up real quick. We had a 5-minute meeting. He was like, man, I'm gonna go do some research. A couple hours later, he sends me a video and he figured it out. Smitty's a cold piece at this thing. So Paris now is gonna have to figure this out or be fired. So here's the thing. How do you explain the hoodies, the whatever that says.
Yeah, so Chad,
that's like the detail of it. Details.
AI is not like 100% yet, right? So sometimes some of the things are a little flawed. If I had more time, what I would have did, I would have took this picture, put it into Photoshop. I would have erased the logo that they have, and then put the proper Coach JB show.
Oh wow! So you can do it all.
Yeah, you just got again. Hey, so basically, you go to ChatGPT. You have to know what prompt to type to feed them to give you the right picture. So I was like, I put in, hey, I need a 1-year-old. I need 2 1-year-old babies, 1 white, 1 black, with a cigar lounge with a bar in the background, podcast setting. Use this picture that I'm attaching as a reference point to generate how they should look. So I took a picture of me and you on the yacht when we were together, and you were put on the deuces, and we had a hoodie. We had the exact same fit on. They took that and they created this. That hat initially had something weird on the logo there.
Yeah.
I did take it to Photoshop, but I cleared that and just put Slap Nation on there real quick. I still have time to fix the hoodie up. And then you take that, and it's this program called like Hedra, I think Hedra. So you take the picture, then you go to Hedra, and then you write another prompt for the actual video piece that you want. Then you insert the picture that you just got from the ChatGPT, and then you insert audio that you want them to say. And then they do a generation thing, it takes a little while, and then voila. And then the reel you guys saw on JB page last night is what we ended up getting right here.
For him, fortunate for her and us, we almost got to like fill the cat, homie. No?
Just for clarity, and just my small brain, you're saying the only way to help Bill Belichick in this current situation is to let you hit his girl.
Yes.
Now, on the program, you can only do 20 seconds for like the free plan. You got to pay to like do any like longer stuff, which makes sense. These AI little platforms starting to make some real deal money because like they're like, if you work in media, if you're a content creator, if you do social media, which obviously I do, like a lot of us do, these are great tools to have. These are great tools to have. And even at Fox, we had a long ass like hour meeting yesterday for like 45 minutes of it was talking about the use of AI and how it's essential for all of us to start learning how to use it. And we got people at Fox who are pretty damn good. Like the Paul Pierce walk shit. I had a couple people that like on the design team who's a little bit more advanced than me on that side created a couple things like Paul, like an AI thing of Paul walking. It was a dinosaur behind him. Like it looked like Paul too. It was like pretty damn good. So I'm trying to learn just from my own skill set because I think it's just good to have. Because in 5 years, who knows where this shit gonna be at? It's gonna be a whole nother level.
Shit, I think in 5 months.
Yeah. It is crazy how fast everything. You gotta think the internet's only been around for like 30 years.
Yeah.
Now we're already at AI.
I think the internet and this whole, let's just say the internet.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to use it for that because it's still going to be the internet in 5 years, 10 years, 30 years. It's still going to be the internet, and everything that you throw in the internet is what we all do. I tell you all the time, we're fucking with God's plans, fucking with Mother Nature. We keep fucking with all this shit, homie. If we keep adding more and more on this internet, it's going to ruin the world, homie. I'm truly a believer, dog. I believe Conrad in the chat. It is in Revelations. This shit's about to fucking be the war. I don't think we're supposed to be doing all this, homie.
Yeah, I mean, I know where I'm going. I ain't really tripping.
No, that's fine. But I'm just saying, we don't have to end the world this soon. I get it's been around. Still really young Earth, by the way, relatively speaking. But anyway, we haven't talked about one topic on the rundown that Bailey worked on because a lot of things going on. Bang to bang. We got a guest right in. We got a lot of shit going on. We already talked about the Lakers hiring Bailey to be the strength conditioning coach, eating McCaffrey balls. That's the protein that we'll use in the weight room. Telling LeBron, get the fuck down, get lower. Show your video under the squat rack how to actually do the squats. Like that's how we teach these cats. You show video of it actually being done. So like I can get the Lakers right, but that's a whole nother thing. They got to pay me $2.5 million though.
Damn.
So,
really?
Oh hell yeah! For me to yell at millionaires, you got to make $1 million. It is what it is. It makes sense. So anyway, you're fucked either way in the Lakers situation. You hire a 23-year-old to make $250. You're fucked because he's too fit. He's 23. You hire a 60-year-old that makes $250. You're fucked. So you see what I'm saying? See, get my point here on this whole thing. You're fucked either way. So hire somebody, give him $2.5, and then with a resume behind them that actually has the history of doing this, and then we could talk. But nah, they won't. They'll hire some fucking nobody. $250. They'll think they're doing something. LeBron will be in there on his headphones fucking laughing with fucking Luka. Luka will be overseas anyway. He won't make it because he'll be playing for his country in the summer league or whatever, which he shouldn't do, by the way. That's a whole nother show we need to talk about, Smitty. That's a whole nother show. He shouldn't. He should be sitting here. Every time he goes over there, what's that done for him? He's gotten fatter because he could play when he wants to play, Smitty. He could do what he wants to do. He doesn't have to work out. His ass needs to stay the fuck here.
Yeah, but he actually gets in better shape though when he goes out there and play. I remember last summer Luka was like slim and kind of lean. When he goes out there, he plays harder. He's more he cares more out there.
No, he don't. He gets worse. He just drinks warm beer, homie.
I hear what you're saying though, but I know one person who drinks beer, allegedly, Bill Belichick. UNC head coach Bill Belichick was asked about his relationship with 24-year-old Jordan Hudson, and he said, and I quote, "That's really off to the side. It's a personal relationship, and she doesn't have anything to do with UNC football." Check this out.
You're aware that your relationship with Jordan Hudson has been a headline over the last few months. And all of the specifics aside, because a lot has come out in the last couple of days, how do you think that that impacts your ability to coach this football team, if at all?
Yeah, I mean, that's, really off to the side. It's a personal relationship, and she doesn't have anything to do with UNC football. I'm excited to be back in the coaches' meetings and getting ready for June, and then August when we get to training camp. So June will be a big recruiting month for us, and then August we'll start to get ready for the season.
All right, Jason.
The ball bitch kills me, homie.
Wow.
First of all, but anyway, that's a whole nother bug.
Not calling her a bitch. She's a black woman. Stop.
She's horrible. Anyway,
she didn't do nothing. She did nothing wrong to you, so no history there.
Fucking weirdo.
Stop. She did nothing to you.
ESPN's fucking weird, homie. All right,
Cool,
so
but
look,
she did nothing to you. Stop.
Damn. He made a very weird comment.
What'd he say?
Well, right when you kind of like did this because you knew he said, I'm excited to get back in the meetings and in the office.
So you ain't been there.
You're a head football coach of the fucking Power 5. What? I'm fucking lost. I'm confused as hell, homie. What you been doing? Listen, I'm with Steve Kim on this, homie. Like, I'm distasteful and all this old shit, but at the end of the day, you're coaching young men and supposed to be getting young boys into men and turning younger men into men and all the shit you stood for your whole life, and now all of a sudden I'm the distasteful one. This is ridiculous, homie. Something's up. It's really crazy. I don't even know why we're discussing it. I'm surprised he even let him ask her or him. This is crazy, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I don't get it.
This is just like quarterback you. This is head coach talk. Like he just gave a general, very generic answer, like he always does. Like you're reading into it way too much. I think honestly, when I did this, I was trying to obey to kill the video. I had nothing to do with the actual what he said. I think what he's saying right now is just like literally just typical. And I watched the whole little clip too. Like he continues to give that typical Belichick coaching banter where you don't really say anything at all. You just give them something, I'm excited to get back and coaching, and then we got a game plan, and we talk to our players all the time, and like he just gives all the typical jargon that you want to hear. So I think you're reading too much into it, but I do think Jay Hudson's going to be more so in the background moving forward, at least short term. I think for the next couple of months we won't hear too much about her, but I guarantee this: at some point, right before the season, something's going to happen where it's going to be another big storyline. She's going to wear something crazy at practice. She's going to get into an argument. Something's going to happen with Jordan Hudson late this summer, but it's going to get quiet for the next month and a half. You heard it here first. Save this clip, y'all. Put it in your damn storage file, and when the shit happens and come back, remind me that I said this and bring it back.
Can't put my finger on it, my hand on it. I can't wrap my head around it. I can't, whatever the quote and the sayings are, I just can't. I don't get it.
You can't do anything, basically, what you're saying.
I just can't. I don't understand. This man of all men went this route. I after everything he stood for and everything he said and everything he's ever done and with the media and I just can't wrap my head around it. Oh man,
we're all walking hypocrites, Jason. I'm sure there's things you stand by, you said, but you've done things opposite.
It's not a hypocrite because I never seen him say anything about it, so it's not even a hypocritical move.
So why are you shocked?
The fact that it's the move. Yeah, and nothing to do with hypocrisy. I haven't seen him. He never said nothing that I know of about not doing
young chicks. Yeah.
So I'm not even going at the hypocrisy of it. It's about the actual just act of it. Like I just can't wrap my like you wouldn't. I can see fucking Hurley at UConn. You know, they have a little younger, but like that don't even shock me at all.
Right.
Shit talking type of motherfucking coach that's cool with the younger crowd, understands the environment and the landscape. Fuck with the younger bit. Bill Belichick on me? Like, come on. Just saying that name just weird. Like saying that name with that haircut, my dad's haircut. You know what I'm saying? Like everything has to do with it, homie.
Like he dressed old. Like he ain't even
he not even
everything old. Like, he ain't got
at least if you came out like I go out to the yacht or something, you know, got a little polo.
Like the way you dress, if you had a little 23-year-old, you know what I mean. But Belichick doing it, just saying, just weird, homie. Swag different, like, you know, I don't know.
I can't imagine him like getting pegged by her.
Yeah,
I just can't. I can't do it. But anyway,
yeah.
Moving on amicably.
Transgender star Ab Hernandez gets heckled by parents after destroying the female competition at the California State semifinals prelims. And I think, you're showing it right now, the video. I think there's some sound to it though, right, Bailey? Or am I tripping?
Man! That's a boy! That's a boy! That's a man!
Sounds like me.
So I guess this is your state, this is your city. What do you think about this?
Shame on everybody that at that school that he's at for allowing him to participate. Number one, that could have been nipped in the butt right there. The school you're at actually should have been the first one is up. Bam. Number one. Number two, shame on the mom. There's a video out there too. I texted Bailey and you guys both yesterday. There's a video of the mother of the women, the mother of the girls that lost, talking shit to the mother of this motherfucker. So that's the video I would like to see if we could, but the two moms are talking shit to each other in the crowd. I don't know if you saw this video, Smitty. I sent it to you so you can prep today, but you didn't do it.
I was busy doing other stuff.
No, you weren't doing anything. You were making AI videos. So
takes hours. Shout
out to the mother of one of the female participants, athletes, to call out this weirdo fuck. I started looking at houses again yesterday in other states, man. This shit's getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous.
Stop looking at stuff that pisses you off. You know what I mean?
Nah, it's a lot of shit going on, but it's not getting better. It's only going to get worse, and that's the problem, homie. I've hoped and wished and shit in one hand and wished in the other one long enough, homie. I've been doing this shit my whole life.
There's a lot of good shit going on out here, too.
I talked to a very powerful human being in California yesterday.
The mayor?
No, more powerful.
Governor Newsom?
No.
Well, ain't that powerful then.
But take a listen to this video real quick.
Listen, I don't have to. I have a right to speak truth. Boys are boys, girls are girls. Your son does not belong competing against those girls, period. What a coward of a woman you are allowing that. What a coward of a woman telling girls to go and compete against a boy? How embarrassing. You're a mother. You're a mother. Stand up like a mother. I am a mother. I'm protecting girls. You are a boy. How many people support the boy competing against the girls? Nobody. Don't tell me to shut up. I was respectful to you. Okay. And you're not going to do me. Of course not. Be a real mom. No, you're not. You're a coward. Your mental illness is on your son, you coward.
She is a coward, and she is mentally ill. She's a mother. That's all I need to say. You're a woman, homie. You're watching other ladies and young girls get beat by a dude. I don't get it. Like that, you can't tell me that ain't mentally sick. I'm the mom, homie, of a boy, and I'm allowing that boy to go beat girls. I'm a female myself, right? The mom?
Right.
I'm trying to figure this out, homie. How she even allowed this and how the school allowed it. And then CIF, our pussy-ass fucking commissioner, fuck you, by the way. Why, God? Your motherfucking ass, he don't like me anyway, so fuck them all. Them motherfuckers allowing this are straight pussy, homie. Straight fucking pussy. CIF, fuck you. That's a fucking shame, homie. And the school, wherever this fucking weirdo was at with the fucking pasted on toupee, is the fucking problem, homie. Like, that school should have never allowed that motherfucker to go out there and compete. And then all the other fucking participating schools should have fucking walked away and take their loss, homie, like a fucking man. I would have not competed against them. And if I'm the mom and the daddy of all those females out there competing, I would have walked and got my daughter and picked her off the track and walked their ass to the car. This shit is fucking ridiculous, homie. But I'm going to give you my over. And I know Smitty agrees with that, not in the same tone, but agrees with that. That's an absolute mockery. No way Smitty's allowing his sister to be out there competing against this fucking weirdo. Having said that, I believe with all that's happening, and that's what's happening and what's been going on in California for the last 15 years, after talking to somebody yesterday, let me bring this point up to you and get your wheel spinning. What if I told you they burned down Palos Verdes, Malibu, parts of Hollywood Hills, Calabasas? We saw what they did in Maui. Maui, by the way, is where they filmed the great movie Jurassic Park.
Classic.
California has what? Classic parks. See where I'm going? Anyway, what if I told you that they're paving the way for California to just be one huge tourist attraction? The highest dollar amount possibly spent. Look what they've done in just the last 15 years at Disneyland. First of all, you can't go to Disneyland and get in there without an Otani interpreter. You need an Otani interpreter to go walk around Disneyland. Number one, I'll let y'all figure that out. Number two, can't take the family to Disneyland under $1,000 no more. Americans, a LA resident.
That part's true.
A LA resident, but a Chinese can come there for $40. Make it fucking make sense. I don't know if you knew that, Smitty. Make it make sense. Number one.
I went to Disney last year, so I don't know.
Number two, what if I told you they're just paving the way to make this one just a tourist attraction? They want us to leave California. They want to turn California into a Las Vegas, a 3-day visit, a tourist attraction. Go ahead, Jay Earn. Yeah, what? Motherfucker, yeah, you can't even grasp it, huh? Well, guess what? I think it's happening, homie. Why not? By the way, come to Tennessee. Come to Kentucky. No. I'm not going to no backwoods, shithole, redneck, fucking shit in the ground where you fucking sister is your mom. No, I'm not coming there. Number one. Number two, there's no fucking ocean there last time I checked. Number three, there's no good fucking food there other than the possum you cooked and ate. Number four, the pussy's average at best. It looks like a 70s porn convention with the fucking broads haircuts. And number five, no. Not leaving this. The weather's fucking shit. So at the end of the day, that's why I fight to stay in California. But at the end of the day, don't get it twisted and believe that they're saying a tourist attraction in the making, homie. It might not be for 15, 20 years, but don't get it twisted. If this motherfucker's not a Las Vegas, hey, let's go to Cali for the weekend, Smitty, and gamble, go on the boat, go jet ski, use the bitches, and get the fuck out. Because you can't afford it. It's $9 a gallon of gas. Like, why is California going up in gas, homie, but the rest of America is going down? Make it make sense. But we got 1 billion motherfuckers in this state. We double the population in Texas. And we're not even half the size. Make it make sense. But we're the most expensive state when we should be the cheapest if you really break it down. Because sheer numbers should make shit go cheaper. We're the third largest economy in the whole world, Smitty. Whole world. They're turning this motherfucker into a tourist attraction, homie. I gotta get out.
I'm gonna stay. I like LA.
I love it.
In other news, Commanders QB Jaden Daniels' mother, Regina Jackson.
I can't talk about it.
Shout out to that queen. Made a comment saying that, I think like a 24-year-old is still a kid. And she had a quote saying, listen, he's a kid, and I don't know why we stop parenting kids at a certain age. He doesn't know what he doesn't know, and doesn't know the predators or the vultures that could be out there. I think that's real. There's a video clip. We'll go ahead and play it, and we'll check it out.
kid. And I don't know why we stop parenting kids at a certain age, but that's for a later show. The thing is he doesn't know what he doesn't know. And he knows football because that's what he's been doing. And he does it very well. And he's been, very acclimated in sports since he was young, but he doesn't know the business world. He doesn't know the predators or the vultures that could be out there. And so he feels very comfortable in knowing that not only am I educated and qualified to do it, I'm also his mom. And, the thing is, I think we're changing the narrative that hasn't been out there. So it looks a little different than what people are used to, because not only am I, educated on that side, I'm also a certified agent, but I'm also his business manager. So I'm dealing on a day-to-day basis. Like, we have a marketing team that I hire, but I'm dealing with creative teams because, again, it's how I want Jaden to be positioned in the world. I don't want him to be positioned, just to go grab a brand deal for the money. Like, I want him to be positioned in the world, for the longevity. So there's a lot of stuff that we don't do because it doesn't align with our brand and what he wants to do.
Yeah, man. Shout out to her, though. Shout out to her. I mean, she just being a mother. Honestly, I don't really think there's a lot to it, in my opinion. She's being the mother, and she's just trying to look out for her son. That's what it comes down to. She's a woman too, obviously, so she knows how women can be. Once they see somebody of Jaden's stature who has money and the cloud and the success that he's had at a young age. So she's just sticking around, teaching him some free game. He's young. Like she said, he don't know what he don't know. And there's nothing wrong. My mom, she's to this day checking on me, telling me, giving me advice on little shit, make sure I got, lock up, baby, like little shit like that. A mother's going to keep being a mother. It don't matter. I can be 40, 50. While she's on this earth, she's going to continue to be a mother. So if you're 24, you're damn sure going to still be a mother. So I don't see no problem with what she said or what she did. And whatever she did, it worked, because this man, Jaden Daniels, young man, is very mature. He's mature beyond his years. He's just a good temperament. He's not getting in any trouble, no issues. He's obviously focused, developed as a player. And to me, the quarterback position, like being developed as a player, I think a lot of times is tied to being developed as a young man too. I think there's a hand in hand, because quarterback is such a leader position, and it takes a different level of maturity and a certain presence to be successful as well. So I don't have a problem with anything that she's saying. And I know people that know her too. I got people who I'm cool with, who cool with her. So
Everyone that commented anything like this is why men are pussy. Now.
Okay, we'll keep this train rolling.
Here is the problem. This is the problem, real quick.
Okay, I didn't know if you want to comment or not. I know you cool with it.
Yeah, I don't want to talk too much, but here's the thing.
Y'all real cool.
What happened is, back when I was growing up, my father and my mother both actually contributed to my growth by saying, go out and learn, and may have to learn the hard way. Nowadays, we have a bunch of parenting that wants to stick around these young boys and act like they're still boys, and they'll never become men this way. And I'm gonna kind of leave it really vaguely at that. Like, get the fuck away from your boy and let him be a man. And the last time I checked, as great as my mom was, and a lot of mothers are, they can't raise a boy to be a man. Can't do it. It's physically impossible. It's mentally impossible. It's humanly impossible. So why the women continue to hang around the boys, thinking they're going to raise them into a man? What actually is happening is they're actually feminizing this fucking young man, and he's never going to grow. He's actually hitting a wall, and I can't look at it too much longer. It's embarrassing. It really is. It's embarrassing.
You're speaking in general right now, just for clarity, right?
I'm thinking about this too. So, yeah, both.
I know, but when you said he's hitting a wall, who are you referring? Are you speaking to just young boys in these type of situations? Or are you speaking specifically about the
Jaden too?
Oh man,
yeah, they're hitting the wall. He's hitting the wall eventually, emotionally, mentally. He's hitting the wall right now because you can't grow.
I ain't gonna agree with that one.
Yeah, you can't grow with a woman hovering over your every move. You just can't do it. I don't agree with the interview process. You want to be around your son in every video. You can't let him grow up. Don't want him to be a man. Don't want to see him out with women. But then you want to go do videos and internet and all this stuff. By the way, she's single also, telling him not to fuck with single broads. It is what it is. We'll leave it at that. It's a bad place we are in America.
Also, I don't think I saw another video too from this show. I'm pretty sure she said she has no problem with him dating, or nothing like that. I think the internet, again, likes to take things out of proportion. We like to pull a couple clips and moments of them sitting next to each other during the game and then saying, "Oh my God, she's a helicopter mom. She's always with them." It's not the case.
Why is she on a show doing a video then?
My brother, is actually a teammate with him too. So I know certain things too. Like it's all good.
I know the father and the mother really well, by the way.
And I know somebody who's cool with the mama too and all that stuff.
You knowing someone cool and someone that grew up with them is different. You're not even from out here. You just got out here, homie. So I was
partying at the same place that some people were partying at.
That's fine. Partying and growing up and being raised around them is totally different, by the way. Number one. Number two.
Why are we competing on this? I didn't say I knew somebody.
I'm just saying. This is the problem, though. If you're on these certain videos around these certain people, why are you doing a video talking about what you and I are talking about then?
Because they asked her a question.
But why is she on? You didn't answer my question. Why is she on the pivot? Why is she on the pivot, homie?
Because that's what they do. Ask your boy Ryan Clark, homie. I don't
know. What are they asking her?
They're asking her what social media has portrayed her to be.
This.
They're asking her what social media.
No, they specifically asked her, why are you in the videos with your son on dates? That's what they asked her. So why would they have her on a show asking her that question if it's not a big deal?
Because that's the jokes that goes on social media.
I get it.
She's not really with him on a date.
Right.
They were at a basketball game and fucking Juju came and sat down with him. But social media don't say they're on a date and she's being there. That's not the fucking case.
I get it.
They're asking her because social media, just like our show and every other show, drives conversations. And that shit has been the thing that's been viral. So Ryan Clark and his team, my assumption, I don't know Ryan Clark at all, or any of those guys on that show at all, but I know how TV and podcasts work. They saw a viral moment. People know her face because she is his manager. She's around. So they wanted to bring her on to get a parent type perspective. That show does that. They don't just bring on just the big old superstar names. They bring on people who have stories and other popularity as well. So they brought her on and they used the thing that's trending with her, that has been viral with her, to ask questions about that. Point blank period. That's what it is, homie.
I just texted you privately what the truth is. I ain't gonna say it, but that's 1,000% the real. Anyway, let's move on.
I'm about to read it out loud. So you just said that
no, read that out loud.
Bullshit.
That's what the deal is, because they're not together like that. So you know the deal, but it's fucking wild. I'm gonna tell you, it's fucking wild. There's some wild shit going on out there. And that goes for all the fucking helicopter parenting in America. Just telling you.
Well, anyway, another news, man. We got our first look at Nicolas Cage as John Madden and Christian Bale as Al Davis on the set of the upcoming film Madden. Production is currently underway. The film follows Madden's remarkable journey from a Super Bowl winning partnership with Al Davis and the Raiders to create Madden NFL video game and becoming one of the most iconic voices in football history. David O. Russell is directing the film, which also stars John Mulaney as Trip Hawkins, Catherine Hahn as Virginia Madden, and Sienna Miller as Carol Davis. So, JB, I guess, how are you feeling about this film? Do you like the look of it so far? And are you excited to watch this one once it hits the theaters?
I'm confused. So Nicolas Cage is John Madden?
Yeah, it's right there on the right.
Why does he look like Al Davis?
Al Davis right there on the left.
Why does he look like Madden when he was young?
Nah, Madden's on the right with the hair, homie.
Go look at John Madden in real life when he was young.
I seen him.
This motherfucker, he looks like Al Davis.
So you saying they should flip?
Well, at this age, like it's horrible actors to choose to do this. Horrible actors. I would have got like Will Ferrell to do Madden before I would have got fucking this.
Will Ferrell too. He too jokey all day.
I get it, but this is already a joke.
You ain't watching.
I love the both of them. I love Madden, a California JUCO product himself, California native. Al Davis. I love what he stood for. Love the whole thing. I love paying the homage to the OGs.
Homie,
That actually made me laugh, homie.
It really comes down to the acting. You're never gonna get somebody to look exactly like Madden.
No, I get all that.
Close enough, homie. God,
No, I get all that.
That's a negative nasty, man. You piss me the fuck off.
Good. I'm gonna keep doing it too.
Yeah, you always negative. You always trying to find something to be mad about, homie. Like, get some pussy, homie, and get something to drink and be happy, homie.
I've had more pussy than you can stack up all the way to Eiffel Tower in your whole life.
Well, you used to be happy. You're not happy no more, which means you're not getting at the level you used to. You need to
I've been the same. I've been the same the whole time, my whole life.
No, you haven't. I know. I talk to your homies like behind. Like, see, the thing is, I'm a listener, homie. So when I come to your house for parties and stuff,
You've been soft your whole life.
When you drunk and high,
you've been soft your whole life.
I'm over here talking to like Ruben. I'm talking to like the real deal homies.
Soft cats can't talk to hard cats.
And they give me the real about who you really was growing up, homie.
I know.
Can't fool me, homie.
I know. That's why you know the real. and you're soft, and soft cats can't relate to hard real cats. So
I would love for you to put your hands on me and see how soft I am. I love to see that. I love to see that. I love to see that.
We got a video too. We got a video too.
You wouldn't love to walk away.
You wouldn't love to see it. You wouldn't love to see it.
I love to see that. I love the opportunity. You know what? I've been waiting because like the one thing about
you wouldn't love to see it because like you would never see nothing again.
The one thing about football is that you were legally allowed to physically assault somebody, and I missed that.
And you never did. You never got to.
And I wait, and I kind of like it sounds fucked up, but I'm kind of waiting for the moment of somebody to really try me though, because you really got these people thinking that I'm a certain way. So I'm almost waiting for that.
I don't have nobody doing nothing. You have them.
I'm almost waiting for that moment to like just test myself out. I'm just curious. I'm curious of where I'm at 31.
What's the age cutoff?
Of what? Beating somebody's ass?
Like, what's the age cutoff of you thinking like the older cats are like you can just beat the older cat's ass? What's the age cutoff?
Well, I'm a man. I don't care what your age is. I'm always had that mentality. Now, am I ignorant? Do I think I can beat up everybody? Hell no. There's always somebody who can get you. But I know I can whoop your ass. I know that.
See, you said no again. Every time you say you know or fact, you've been wrong.
Jason,
on this show. Fact. Shador's going 3 to the Giants. Fact. Like everything you said, fact is wrong, homie. On this show.
Love Shador, don't he? Golly.
Oh yeah, can I?
We ain't supposed to talk about Shador until August. He didn't brought up Shador 7 times since we made that agreement. Go ahead, Jason Brown.
Then can we stop bringing up the white man then? Because I'm tired of Bill Belichick too now. It's the same thing.
Cool. That's cool.
All right, same
That's
thing.
you and Bailey. I don't want to.
You bring every time Bill Belichick. I'm like, fuck. I mean, he's worse than fucking Shador.
All right, let's stop it then. All right, so no Shador, no Bill Belichick. Anything else?
Let's talk Kamala.
Fuck no. No politics. That should be number 1.
Politics.
Hate that shit. Do a politics show, homie. You and Bailey can do that. Put on your little suits and shit with your red tie and make a Trump AI JB banner, half and half face, and y'all can do a whole fucking far right show. Over here, we talking about real shit. Shit's gonna impact live shit in the streets. We talking about sports. We talking about real shit. That's our show. I don't do that shit, homie. I've been around long enough now where I'm putting my stamp down on the show. I'm not about to just let anything happen now. So
I'll fire you tomorrow. Here's the thing. I've never seen an undrafted free agent more discussed than Shiloh.
So all right. So here's your trick. No Shador. So you're gonna talk fucking Shiloh. You're gonna find a way to get a Sanders in there, huh?
Yeah. Like hell yeah. You go get Belichick in. So all right, next topic, Smitty.
That's the end of the show. We didn't have any more topics ready. So we just gotta wait until our Special guest comes on the next what time you come on? 8 or 8:30? I think it's 8 or something. So we just had to wait.
Damn, it's still early. I didn't even know.
It's hella early, so that's all we got left.
Nah, Bailey said we got a hell of a topic.
Brett Bielema in Illinois have agreed to a 6-year contract extension through 2030, 2031. The school announced his annual salary will begin at $7.7 million. There, and people in the streets and social media world are upset because Deion Sanders' yearly salary is at $10 million at the University of Colorado. I'll say this though: comparison is the thief of joy, and don't worry about nobody else's pockets. You make your own money. You negotiate your pockets the way you negotiate it, and that's what it is. Shout out to Brett, Bielema. He's happy with this. Otherwise, he wouldn't have accepted 7.7. Don't worry about what Deion's doing over there because what he does for Colorado is what is between him and them. Everybody contract there. What I make on this show is different than what JB make. And what JB makes different what Bailey make. And what Bailey make different what Paris make. And Paris makes different than what Ethan makes. Ethan, what he makes different than what Derek makes. And what Derek makes is different than fucking Enoch makes. We all make different things. So it's what it is.
Why are you bringing up like everybody that's ever been on this show?
Because they all make something different. Huh? What?
Hold on.
Come again?
I want to look at something.
What are you looking at, homie?
He's 28 and 22 at Illinois as a head coach. He's been at other places, obviously. He's been at Wisconsin, obviously, had some good success there. He's been, I've known him since he was a K-State linebacker coach. He's been around a long time. A lot of places. Arkansas wasn't very good, successful. I think he was 5-7 last year, 4-5. I don't know if listen. I don't know. These guys are making a generational wealth, and they're not even really the good. They haven't really done great things. Like it is what it is.
The market is the market, homie. You coach during the wrong era.
Yeah, it is what it is. Hope he wins.
If you the Independents right now, you'd be making like $2 million.
If there's a show still there, I would, but not just at a JUCO.
No, I'm just saying, like, I know if everything happened the way, like, same thing happened, but it happened right now today, you making like $2.5 million.
Someone said the interview with Belichick made him, I'm reading it online, made him look as weak as humanly possible. And it's a very bad look for the coaching profession. Agree to that?
That sounds like something that you said, like your words.
I know it does, but I swear I read that just now. It does sound like
it's not like literally something you typed.
I didn't think of that yet, but it does, though. It does make the coaching profession look weak.
How?
It does.
How?
Because we're here to teach boys to be men. We're mentors.
Yep.
Life coaches. You can say whatever you want. We lose sleep over other people's kids every single day in this profession.
Right.
We are around your kids 5 times longer and more than your own parents are. This is a weak look when it comes to this interview and this whole entire situation in North Carolina. It just is. I don't know how we got there, but it does make the profession look pretty weak when you're a coach and a guy of his stature that other coaches. There's not a coach in college football that doesn't look up to Bill Belichick. Not one. Can't be. Unless you're just a hater and straight up ignoring the fact of what he's done in his career. Like, there's no way. Read Eddie's message.
Coach JB, I thought you were having Mario Chalmers on the show. Mario Chalmers on the show.
Do you want to address him?
He is coming on the show. He hasn't been on yet, Eddie. Keep watching, keep listening, Eddie. He'll be on soon. We'll get there soon, Eddie. Golly.
Can you break down the 3 things I broke down yesterday? Starts with dumb. Then what?
Fuck. Dumb,
Stupid.
And then actually like talk. Yeah.
What's Eddie?
He's the last one. He's the highest level. Well, it's not his fault. He had like a medical thing. He's the last one.
It's not his fault.
Yeah. Like he's that one. Like he means well. It's not his fault. That's why I don't get mad. It's like some people just got it. It's like he's born that way.
Like we should do that with everybody on the chat.
We should.
Like, a whole show and just break down every member. So you got a member up to get broken down.
Yeah. That's how it used to be.
And then because Keith is like equal or the worse than Eddie.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
I think Keith Smith is like that stupid, the middle level. Based upon your criteria. Again, I'm not calling my cousin stupid. I'm saying if we're using your criteria, which we are right now, he would be that middle tier.
So if it was my other 3-tier system,
which is what?
Slapdick, fuckstick, shitbird. What's Eddie? So you get my correlations now?
Yeah.
He's a slapdick.
Slapdick, yeah.
Because he does good things, good natured.
Yeah.
He's not trying to be malicious in intent.
Yeah.
Most slapdicks are retarded. That just is what it is. It just is what it is. Most fucksticks and shitbirds are smart. But being a fuckstick and a shitbird makes them stupid. God damn.
That's some deep shit you just said. That's some stuff that kind of just.
Yeah, homie. I should really write that down on something. Like put that on something. I don't know what I said. But clip it, Paris. Everything, by the way, just clip. Paris, clip everything. Like
you said some shit right now. I mean, you said what you say? You said most slap dicks are retarded, but most fuck sticks and shitbirds are smart. But because they're fuck sticks and shitbirds are actually stupid.
Well, no, they do stupid shit.
Same shit.
Show's powered by BetUS. Head on over today.
Yeah, we ain't said it all show yet.
Everybody out there, you guys want this ticker that's behind me up to date, by the way. You need to go on over to skyboxsports.com. Use our promo code, get a 10% off right now on these tickers. Put in your man cave at your house. Let them know we sent you. Smitty, 2 games tonight. Golden State staving off elimination.
Yeah.
And the Celtics staving off elimination. If you're a betting man and I gave you $10,000 to make $1 million.
Yep.
Do you bet that both teams win or both teams lose tonight?
I'm putting $9,000 that they both lose, $1,000 that they both win to kind of hedge my bets a little bit.
I didn't say you could do that.
You said you give me $10,000, then I can do what I want with it. So I just broke it how I wanted to break it down, homie.
Bailey Litter's in the back talking. Why would you do that? Like he's like literally mad at you about it.
Yeah, fuck it. Bailey always in the back doing some like shit. Like I don't know what he be on. Turn your camera off, homie.
Hey, I want to get to this quarterback situation real quick, Bailey. I sent you. I want to break down and do a deep dive. So there's no excuses this time around next year when the draft comes.
Deep dive into what, homie?
Show the picture.
College football's top 50 quarterbacks entering 2025 season. This is by CBS Sports, according to Brad Crawford. Number 1, Cad Klubnik. Number 2,
who?
Garrett Nussmeier. Number 3, Archie Manning.
Who was the first guy?
Number 4, Sam Levitt. Number 5, Lenore Sellers. Number 1 was Cad Klubnik.
Cade Klubnik. So you watched enough college football last year. Do you agree with this list at all of top 10? Let's just go through the 10 first.
No.
Who do you got?
Carson Beck shouldn't be top 10 if we're looking at last year. Lenore Sellers should be higher, probably number 3, number 2. Arch, I'm cool with Arch at number 3. Drew Aller might be a little higher. DJ Lagway has a lot of potential. So is this potential or is this like based upon last year? Because Lagway showed flashes and we think he has potential to be something this upcoming season. but he still didn't show me enough last year to just put him like right here. This shows you though that the quarterback play right now isn't that high, honestly, if we're being real. This actually shows you that, like, because I'm like looking at if these are the top 10, I don't know, homie. I wouldn't have K Klubnik at number 1. Who you had number 1, Jason? You're the QB guru.
Huh?
You the QB guru. Would you put Lenore Sellers number 1? Would you put Garrett number 1? Lenore's pretty damn good. Carson Beck didn't look good last year. I don't know why he's on here. He's on here because of his name. His girl left him and everything. He got caught cheating. Like, he's fucked up right now. He's gonna have a bad season. The Cavitter twins and shit. Sister cussed him out, made a video. All type of shit going on with him.
I like Cade out of high school. I thought he was going to be really good. He struggled. He bounced back a little bit last year at the end, but I'm not a believer yet. Nussmeier, I don't believe. The son of a coach who does, I don't know. I'm not sold yet. I have to watch a little more film. Arch Manning, I got to see him full go because we saw DJU fill in for Sunshine against Notre Dame and breaks a all-time Clemson record.
One game, though.
But here's my point. Like, you can come in with no pressure knowing that the quarterback's going to come back, the starter. Yeah. And I could fill in and ball out. Arch Manning, I have a feel for him right now. Like, he knew that Ewers was the starter, and I'm going to come in and ball and do a few things. I got to see him all year long when the pressure's that the most immense it could possibly be, and leading a team that has a $40 million fucking roster, similar to what Will Howard had to do in Ohio State. I want to see if he can do that. So I got to see that first.
You know what's crazy? Like, I remember that game, man, but that was so long ago. And DJU was just now getting to the NFL. I feel like he was in college for like 10 years, homie. Like, you got to think Trevor Lawrence got paid $55 million. Like in NFL.
I just don't see it. And I know Lagway's a super uber talented kid. I know Drew Aller can make every NFL throw already. Is just watching him. Lenore Sellers is AR5. I athletically gifted freak. I've watched a big physical motherfucker. It reminds me of what's his name? KJ, whatever his name was, Jefferson. That was at Arkansas and then transferred to Central Florida. Like a big physical specimen, but just I don't know if he can get it done.
But we're talking about college quarterbacks, right?
Yeah,
so remember that too.
yeah.
We're not talking about how they translate, right?
Yeah.
That might work in college.
Yeah. Levitt, I haven't watched too much of. Carson Beck, I'm not high on at all. Being around the talent that you were around at Georgia, not to be elite, to me is that's why coming out of college, we saw the great quarterbacks that were at Clemson. Deshaun,
Trevor.
Yeah, Trevor. But before that, even they had some dudes that were around a lot of fucking talent, and they balled out. Then they don't translate, right? Haven't seen it yet.
Who's my guy? We played against FA. He was there with Sammy Watkins and D Hop. I'm having a brain fart.
Mateer can throw it, but again, I'm not buying that. Rocco Beck, our boy Anthony Beck's son.
Taj Boyd. Yep.
Taj Boyd. Taj Boyd was really good. I liked Taj in college.
I played him in college 2012.
Yeah, Taj was nice. Rocco Beck, the son of Anthony, we just had on the show the other day. I like him. I think he's pretty good.
We did about little baby Mahomes at 18. Dylan Raiola.
He's horrible.
Okay.
He's fucking horrible. Be your own man, homie.
What do you think about the Mexican Diego Pavia at 13?
Horrible. He's a fucking mockery. You should stay in JUCO. Your years are done, homie. You should be done. The fuck you still playing for? Can I break this down real simply?
Yeah, all right, break it down for real. Stop playing. Yeah, let's go.
Why are you still playing college if you're that good?
Hello.
Can we fucking get to brass tacks and stop fucking letting these cats play till they're 26, 27 years old in college? If you're that fucking good, you should be in the NFL already. Like, you're not. You're milking the system, homie, which is watering down the overall system, which is ultimately what we want to sit down, drink beer, smoke with cigars, barbecue on Sundays too. The NFL. You're watering down the fucking most prized possession in all of sport. The quarterback. It's worse and worse and worse and worse every year. I don't see this class being no fucking, oh, this is going to save the NFL. This class is another shitty class now that I'm looking at it more.
Arch Manning fire, though. He's fire.
I don't think, whatever that means.
He's going to be good, homie. He can make every throw. He's athletic and run. Arch Manning's the real deal. What you doing on number 19? Nico Iamaleava.
Big time talent, but I haven't seen it.
Wow. That's your family. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, I'm a realist. I haven't seen it yet.
That's you, homie.
The Altmaier kid, average. Mendoza kid, Fernando Mendoza kid. We've seen him. He
good at IU, homie.
He's not bad.
He really hella good. Big Ten.
Yeah, well, he wasn't at Indiana.
He's there now.
I know. How was he good at Indiana?
No, I'm saying he's going to be good at Indiana. I'm sorry, I spoke too fast.
There you go. But I saw him last year out here on the West Coast, obviously, a lot.
Yeah, we did.
He's all right.
He reminds me of you a little bit. He's real good at Cal.
Blake Horvath.
Who?
The Horvath kid.
Oh, I don't really know him.
If you have a name Horvath, which is a Kansas last name,
yeah,
I don't like you at all.
Okay.
I do like the Horvath. So there's a family there in Kansas and Independence I liked. He might be in the chat right now. He's listening to the show a lot, but the last name's horrible. Last name.
Fele, which name did I mess up?
What name did you say? What Uso name?
I thought I said Nico Iamaleava. I thought I said it right.
You said pretty good.
Yeah, I thought I said it pretty good, Josh Fele. I'm not saying it's spot on, but you
Haynes King. Great. Haynes King. Never heard of him.
Is that Shaun King like nephew though?
No, Dante Moore. We saw him at UCLA as a youngster. Got to see him early on.
I think he'll do well in the Oregon system, though. Actually, though, with that offense,
I could see him getting replaced.
Okay.
Josh Hoover. Never heard of him. Avery Johnson. I've seen him. Not bad. Not bad. No. The lefty.
I thought you saw it. You know, Avery Johnson with that voice that used to coach, I think, in Alabama, played for the San Antonio Spurs. That's the one I thought you were referring to when you said Avery Johnson. That's the only one I've ever known or ever knew.
Pretty good fucking right there. More teeth, though, because he shows a lot of teeth.
Okay.
Ty Simpson, never heard of him. Now, Jalen Daniels has a lot of talent at KU.
Motherfucker that could be.
He has a lot of talent, but he gets hurt.
Heisman candidate right there.
Miller Moss. I've seen and watched him.
Ain't that new from SC?
Yeah.
White boy?
Yeah.
White boy?
Yeah, no black boys out here really good. Jackson Arnold.
Don't say black boys.
Don't say white boy then.
I don't like you saying white boy. Sound weird.
You say white boy.
I think Leah said she likes the black baby more than white baby. I'm trying to see though. How about Noah Fafita though?
She likes my video better, huh?
It's funny because she said my smile was identical. She know my smile, but Noah Fafita though, like he was a big name for like at first. Like what happened with him? He kind of fell off a little bit.
Servite High School, McMillan's quarterback that's got drafted first round. We'll see. I don't know. I liked him at Arizona. He transferred. Where's he at now? Arizona again? Or he never left?
Never left, homie.
Okay, he never left. I like that. Fish left, though. Not him. Sorry. My bad.
He's always saying.
That's how you say sorry right away. You don't say it tomorrow. Because tomorrow I would have said it and stuck with it. Now you get it?
You apologize, though, right? So it's cool.
No, you do it right now. You say sorry right now.
That's apology, though. That's still an apology.
No, but you do it in the moment. You don't do it later. That's not apologizing, homie.
Apology, though.
Bryce
How you know about
Underwood.
Bryce Underwood? I forgot about Bryce Underwood. Yay or nay?
Young. We'll see.
He has all the talent in the world, they say.
Mike Bundy said he's bored.
He's bored? Well, we are.
If we had an NIL collective, Mike Bundy would be the collective. So you got to do what he has. You have to do what he says.
No, for sure. I mean, we are just kind of slowly going through this list. We're not really like talking about our shit. We're not breaking down on topic. We're not really having fun right now. So maybe we do a quick commercial break. I'll get a chocolate chip granola bar. I'll get some more energy. We'll come back.
A what?
A chocolate chip granola bar. We'll come back. We'll debate if women really do cheat more than men. And then right around the corner, Mario Chalmers will join in. We'll ask him some questions about the Miami Heat days, that championship run, his playing days, his big time shot in the college playoffs against Derrick Rose, and then we'll ask him about LeBron's situation as far as why he left the Heat. And then we should end the show with a bang. We apologize for the last 15 minutes. We kind of just count some time.
Why we apologize? We don't apologize.
Go from there. Now, our fans, we apologize. We do.
We don't apologize at all.
We do. Oh shit!
What?
No,
I don't get why you. Oh shit! So
no, I thought I saw something. My fault. I thought I saw something.
Well, tell us what.
What did you just pull up though just now?
Bailey said what?
No, what did you just pull up?
Oh, yeah. We had the Dampier kid on the show, and he's right there. He's right there at Utah.
Oh, we did have him on the show? Okay.
We had him on the show, remember?
I don't, but yeah.
I had him on.
Yeah, I don't think I was here that day.
Why'd you say, oh, shit, so quick?
I thought I saw something, but I'm not really tripping too much. I just thought I saw something on the screen. But, yeah, the BlackBerry first on this little message. So
I want to show a video real quick, though, because it gave me a little bit of the goosebumps because my brother sent it to me, who's in the Air Force. And
something serious.
And the Mexican cartel is obviously, the cartel, right? They do their thing. And they're basically having a little beef with our military because our military and Trump and everybody said, hey, you keep fucking around with the military. Woo, woo, woo. So last night, from what I heard in San Diego, big time ranking officials from the cartel actually turned themselves in.
Okay.
On the other side, some folks are defending the cartel, saying that the cartel basically said, we want to smoke. And a TikToker made a video saying, hey, Dolph, they're not scared of America, blah, 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 woo-de-woo. Take a look at this whole video real quick before we take a commercial break, and I want to get your take because it gives me the goosebumps because I love it. Go ahead.
I'm guessing the cartel didn't get the memo. So basically, the cartel is saying that the U.S. military ain't as bad as they think, and they better think twice before they mess with them. And they want every bit of the smoke that the United States military think they could bring. So the Department of Homeland Security reported that the cartel said they are ready for anything that the United States military is willing to bring. They're not scared.
They want all the smoke like that? They obviously don't want all the smoke the military has, because one of the smokes the military has, he has a name. His name's William. William Pete. William is a mean motherfucker. He doesn't like anybody. And it's all too easy to get him onto a battlefield. It takes a radio call, a short radio call. Radio call that goes something like this. Hey, FDC, this is Forward Observer. Adjust fire. Over. Grid location. Over. 6 enemy technicals, 4 enemy squads in the open. Over. At this point, the FDC is going to make a call back to him. He's going to confirm, and they're going to fire a round for adjustment. Now, he didn't specify anything, so it's going to be a high explosive round. And if he's a good forward observer, it's going to land right smack on fucking target. Just ping! Right where he fucking wanted it, which is probably going to be right in the middle of that convoy, right? I said right a lot. It's because I am. Anyway, once he sees that that round's on target, all he has to do is say, white phosphorus in effect. Now all the rounds that are coming in, it's fire for effect mission now, right? So all those guns are going to pop, 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 pop. All those M777 howitzers, 155 millimeter warheads, coming in, slamming the ground, but not exploding. Just pissing out some white smoke. Oh, that's not so scary until you realize that it's igniting with the air. It's burning everything that's made of rubber or oil or plastic or flesh. You're trying to outrun it, and you can't, because once it touches you, it's touched you. And if Pete puts his hands on you, well, William just won't let go. Run as fast as you can. Run as hard as you can. You'll just start coughing up blood in chunks of your lungs as they get seared like a steak on a fucking 700-degree grill. Your skin starts to char black. because the white phosphorus is literally burning the water out of you. White phosphorus doesn't like water for some reason, reacts poorly with it. It removes all of it from your body, leaves you a blistered chunk of charcoal that sometimes can still try to scream.
Fact. All of it. Good luck, Cartel. Cisco Rubin, stay here, homie. Hey, well, fuck it. I'll go home tonight. I'll drink my yak and smoke my stick, and I'll get it back cracking. Luther Luke Campbell, 2 Live Crew Luke, who we all grew up with, tells Willie Simmons he needs to fucking check in after FIU hosts practice at Hadley Park in the Miami inner city. Come on, dog. Come on, homie. You 60 damn years old, Luke. Stop this shit. Big U out here in LA just got a RICO case going on, and you're talking about checking in, homie? You a rapper, homie? Stop. Stop it. I'm so tired of this fake shit, homie. Go ahead, Shaun. I don't know if you want to talk about this shit, but that shit is crazy. Can you please read the first line to the folks out here? Because I can't read it.
Yeah, it says, hey, Willie, let me tell you how it go. When you check into a real Negro city, you're supposed to check in. You didn't. When Mario Cristobal came back here, he checked in. We had to sit down over Cuban coffee. Willie Simmons is not Cuban. When the last FIU head coach took the job, he checked and asked me to get Pitbull to make a large donation and his name on the stadium. Willie Simmons is not the last head coach, Luke. He don't owe you anything. You didn't do him a favor yet. You do know that was my artist. I made that happen. Okay, cool, Luke. Now take that up with the ex-head coach. This is the new one. Every FAU football head coach check in, including the new one there now. That's GS from a G. Good luck on your season. So here's my issue with this.
You want to read Simeon's
Okay, Coach Willie Simmons responded. I'm official now. You're not the head coach at a major college in South Florida until the legend, and he added him. All right, shout out to my guy Willie Simmons. Post something negative about you. He knows he's still my man, 100 grand. We're going to pull up on YouTube, brother, as we plan to show the whole city love. Hashtag pause up, hashtag we are 305, hashtag lock the cage. See, here's my issue with this, and it's two-folded. First of all, Luke, you better be careful on this check-in stuff. They got a whole RICO situation going on the other coast about guys that are rappers and in the criminal element talking about making people check in. So be careful there, buddy. Secondly, Luke has done a lot of good, right? Here's my problem. He seems to always at some point make it about him. Like just because he didn't show up to Hadley Park, how many of the kids that were at Hadley Park has Willie Simmons already reached out and contacted?
This is a mock.
You know, like this is ludicrous. And he got the right one because Willie been at an HBCU in the state of Florida. So it ain't like he got some green dude down there. And Willie's from Florida. So I like what Luke does as far as giving the kids opportunities. But again, big dog, Luke, I love you. Like one of my icons in the rap industry. This ain't about you. Nobody's got to check in with you to be successful in college football.
I'll be honest. You know some cats, and I know some of the same cats. We know some cats that really have a lot of pull and run a lot of shit in Miami. Luke ain't one of them, dog. Let's keep it fun.
I'm not going to agree with you there. He does have cachet.
Yeah, he ain't got cachet. Cachet is one thing, but actual credibility.
Yeah, but again, I just
shout out to my main man Alan in the house, Hialeah Beach, Hialeah Lakes. Shout out, he's a Miami through and through. He knows the deal, Shaun. He knows the damn deal, Shaun.
Okay, here's what I'm saying. I'm from Florida, right? No one person runs Miami, but that don't mean that Luke is irrelevant in Miami. He still got a position he can't wait, but don't know one person run Miami. My thing is this, Luke, that's a black man at FIU. Why are you attacking him?
That's the thing, though, man. I'm glad you called that out.
I hate black on black crime. Like, this is unsolicited. Like, Luke, you're supposed to be in this for the kids.
Exactly.
Why are you making it about you?
I want to know something real quick.
And hold on, one more thing, JB. One more thing. And Luke, when you do stuff, you should do it out of love. So if you got Pitbull to donate the money to name the stadium, you should have did that out of love for the kids that are going to play in that stadium moving forward. That they got a better opportunity, a better environment, a better support system to try and go be great. You don't throw that up in the next coach's face. That favor wasn't done for him.
If you're a real one, you ain't on Twitter, talk about check-in. Check-in is one of these new terms y'all came up with. This ain't no gangster-ass term we use. That's the y'all young cats. There ain't no such thing as checking in when you're 60 years old. Are we talking, Shaun, I just want to ask you, dog, is this the rap game? Are we trying to equate football coaching, a bunch of black kids in the inner city equal, and we're equating it to the rap game? Check it. Yeah, we're back in the building. Pound the like, subscribe, become a member if you're not one. We got a lot going on. Smitty's taking a shit. It's all a joke, man, this whole thing. Shout out to Shaun King. He'll be back soon. He'll be back on the show soon, man. We talk all the time.
He better hurry up and get back on.
Why? What happens if you don't?
At some point, I might get mad and I might use my power and you know what I mean?
What power?
I got power. I own 30% of this show.
How much?
30.
You got it, right?
You own the other 70.
You got a contract?
Mm-hmm. Me and your manager signed it separately.
Anyway, shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody out there on Twitter land, X land, whatever you call it. Shout out to everybody. I shut off TikTok earlier. We had a power outage, but it didn't. It skipped. No, but it skipped past my house, homie.
Really?
Yeah, first time. Shout out to me.
I be praying over you.
Yeah. I pray every night.
No, you don't.
Fact or cap?
Cap. You don't pray every night.
We don't do fact or cap no more. Hell yeah, hell no. We don't do Jaw Jack and Real Talk. We don't do.
We just did Real Talk with Jaw Jack the other day.
White people shit, black people shit. We don't do that. We got so many guests. I think it's like ruin your whole thought process.
Shout out to Bet US though, man. That's our sponsor, man, our biggest partner, man, and we're gonna keep growing with them. And they actually put out a post, man, about the strength, the 2025 NFL strength of schedule, and they had a list there, and they had New York Giants, the Bears, the Lions, the Eagles, and the Cowboys at the top 5 hardest schedules as far as like opponent win percentage from last season. I guess. So
out of these, Smitty, out of those, like just what you see right here, face value.
Yes.
What team out of this list do you see that this is like cap? Like that don't do anything. This team can win regardless. Like 50.
The Eagles are Super Bowl champion. I don't care what their the schedule is. They're going to still win about 12 games this year regardless.
And the schedule is going to come out. Basically, we already know some games though. Kansas City Chiefs, Thanksgiving Day. Playing the Cowboys, Smitty. Hopefully they're both good, and there's a real competitive game right there on Thanksgiving. I want to see good football on holidays. I don't want to see the shitty. Used to be for years growing up, Smitty. I grew up with the Lions playing every Thanksgiving game, and they were fucking horrific. Now the Lions are good, so it's better. But like for a long time growing up, holiday games were horrible. So I'm hoping they change that. And then I got to be honest, the Packers just drafted nothing but wideouts, it seems like, after Aaron Rodgers left.
Right. It makes no sense, bro. It's crazy how they did my guy.
I'm curious to see how that team with that young core of guys, super talented. I want to see if Green Bay can get over the hump with Jordan Love. I want to see if the Lions can get over the hump with Goff. Can he get out of that deer with headlights scenario, get over the hump? We'll see what Chicago does. We all say that they had a better draft and addressed issues, blah, blah. The Steelers still got to see what's happening at quarterback. Did the Chiefs get better? At some of the spots they were missing that cost them in the Super Bowl. It's crazy we say, did they get better? They were the other finalists, but they got dominated because what? Up front, right? And the lack of outside weapons, a lot of people think, with Mahomes. And then it's funny, though. The Chargers, the Broncos, and the Raiders are in that same division.
Right.
And two of those three went to the playoffs. 3 of those 4 teams were playoff teams last year.
Crazy.
And can the Raiders make it 4? I don't know. The Raiders make it 4 if the Steelers don't get a quarterback.
But based upon the information that we got the other day, as far as Aaron Rodgers joining that golf course out there, it sounds like behind the scenes it probably is a done deal. So I bet dollars to dimes.
But are you sold though? Are you still sold even if Aaron Rodgers is the guy? We just saw him for the last 2 years in New York.
Playoff team, yeah, because they go to playoffs even without Aaron Rodgers. They go to playoff when they got Mason Rudolph or Jason Brown at quarterback. So with Aaron Rodgers, I think they'll still go for sure.
Win Super Bowl with me. Gonna be interesting, homie. This schedule's gonna be interesting. But let me talk about the schedule. I want to address it. I don't know if there's a graphic, Bailey, or not, but I want to get your take. I'm sure you're optimistic. I love it, blah, blah, blah. We kind of talked about it yesterday. I hate the foreign games. And I don't know. We should have Sheldon on because I'm curious to ask him. I don't know if he can even speak on it, but I've talked to several of my players that are in the league.
Mm-hmm.
They hate it. Can't stand it. Number one, the communities that are out there, even though the crowds are full, because we know corporate media and corporate sponsorships are a lot of this buying power. They fill these stands with a lot of corporate sponsorships. Tank Johnson has told us the inner workings of those things. But in the actual like city and going out at night or what, they said they're fucking horrible fucking humans. Like they hate these motherfuckers.
Ain't no going out then. You go there, play ball, go to your hotel and chill. Like they know that.
That's my point though. Like, why are we putting that on the players? Because eventually, knock on wood, it's going to come to it. I told Salisbury yesterday on his show.
Unpaid.
I said it's going to come to remember last year we had this huge take, the 2 green teams going to Brazil, and the green is the gang banging. And remember I was saying, why are we going to Brazil? And why are we going to these other countries? I get the globalization of the sport, but I also have to understand we're taking away from a lot of these teams. Remember the Jaguars were in fucking London for 2 weeks straight.
The Vikings are doing that this year, but they're the first team. I think they're actually going from like one country to another or something like that.
Yeah, dog, I personally hate it. I think we should be putting our dollars here with our actual fan bases. Instead, though, you know what we do? We spike the prices for our own fans in Duval, in Vegas, in LA, all these great stadiums that are being built in Vegas, in LA. I mean, look at the stadium the Rams made. What Dallas did in Arlington years ago. All these great stadiums, billion-dollar stadiums, and then we can't even afford to go and have fun like we used to go in our own city. A lot of these cities are hood cities where a lot of these teams are. And there ain't nobody. Homie, my homies don't go to no games, and there are no Rams game no more. No Charger games no more. They can't afford it.
I'll be going.
But we know some people. We go over to London, though, and fucking Germany. By the way, oh boy, Possum Eater, that motherfucker hates Germany. He said he don't ever want to go back to Germany.
Who?
Leggett.
Xavier Leggett?
Yeah. But he ain't the only one, homie. There's a lot of players that hate it. I know for a fact. That's Lonnie Johnson we had on the show. Jermaine. Dog.
We gotta bring on Sheena to talk about that.
Yeah.
But there's Xavier Leggett, like not liking.
Yeah.
Why you get all weird and quiet?
Huh?
Why you get all weird and quiet, bro?
Almost burned myself.
You all right?
Yeah. But anyway, I hate the overseas shit.
I feel you though, and I know players don't like it. The travel sucks. The food is different. Their sleep schedule's off. It's a field, an area that they're just not comfortable with, not used to.
Let me ask you something. Why? That's all I gotta ask you, homie.
Money.
Yeah, but let me ask you something. This is it's bigger, macro, homie. I know why.
The London Jaguars, homie. We know what's going on.
Not only that, bingo, you made a point. You made a good point. You know what, though? What that means is it's a slap in our face again, homie. We're going to have a new team, an expansion team overseas before we do in a new city here. Before Portland, and it's a shithole anyway, before a Albuquerque, and it's a shithole too. Before
you ain't making a good point right now, homie.
No, but still, but the point is they're American cities with American fans that deserve to have a team, homie. That's all I'm saying. American cities out here can have football teams and NBA teams that expand before fucking Australia. Who's gonna travel to fucking Madrid and London and Australia and all these games every week?
Season ticket holders.
But the killer is then they come back and then play Thursday night
on Amazon, homie.
Hey, homie, do you know that it's $1,595 this season if you want to just get every streaming app to watch every football game that's possibly going to be on? So
how do you get the exact price?
Because I got it sent to me. So Peacock, Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, all the ones that the games are going to be aired on this year, it will cost you $1,595 to watch every game. Not bad.
Do one lump sum payment off the top and you good.
Hell no. Who the fuck? Why should we have to fucking pay $1,500 to watch football games, homie? You wonder why the viewership's down.
It's not on football side.
Let me explain why it is. Well, it is. Let me macro you.
I get the real number. So whatever you're gonna say right now is gonna be a lie.
Let me macro you.
All right, macro me, please. Pause.
In LA, we have the Dodgers.
You do.
We have the Lakers.
We do.
Two of the most watched historical franchises in respective sport there are.
They are.
Then we have the Angels.
Yeah.
The LA Kings.
Yeah.
And the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yep.
You and I being in LA or around LA.
The Clippers.
And the Clippers. You and I being in LA, around LA, can't watch those teams. Why?
Explain.
Because you need Spectrum. Spectrum, you have to have a specific order to go get Spectrum. Instead, they want you to use Spectrum specifically and drop your other streaming devices such as YouTube TV, etc., so you can get your local stations. So what's happening in the local markets is the viewership has been fucking dropped tremendously. I saw a 60% drop in LA for LA teams from its true LA fan base. 60% drop is what I'm looking at right here. 60% drop in the LA basin, it says. So the LA basin, which we would assume would be the teams, because I would love to just turn on a Laker game one night. I literally watch maybe 3 Laker games a year because they have to be on TNT, ESPN at one of the games of the night or the week or whatever to watch a game. Dodgers, same way. Haven't watched any Dodger games this year because they can't watch them in LA. Like, it's a joke, homie. And you wonder why the viewership's down in the NBA. Guess what? The second largest media market in the world, LA, can't watch fucking Lakers. So guess what? Even though it's a percentage and maybe a small one nationwide, the biggest, second largest media market is hitting you.
Nationwide is on your side. Now you're right. Like, because I can never, I can say never. A lot of time, if the Lakers game isn't a national game, TNT, ESPN, I literally can't watch it. Now,
I just said that. You
shout
just repeated what I said.
Shout out to the Clippers though for putting their games on the local stations.
Well, then nobody. Yeah, nobody. Only Marcellus Wiley and Spree watches it.
Shout out to them though for just being them like men of the people though. Like they came out to Inglewood.
It's not how it works. Not how it works.
No, it's
not how it works.
It's how it works.
No, because you and I would take Hulu. We want. Here's my point. We want them, but you have to be what? Wanted to get a deal. Spectrum don't want the fucking Clippers. I mean, they want the Lakers. Come on, homie. Like, come on, bro. The Kings are on Spectrum for a reason because they wanted, not the fucking Mighty Ducks. Come on, homie. The Angels, nobody gives a fuck about the Angels besides AE and Ruben. So, like, come on, homie. Let's be real. That's why you get blurred out now on demand. I can blur you out now, like, when I want, because all this dumb shit, homie.
I hear you, homie. At the end of the day, NFL is still making money. It's still top dollar. And NBA still making money. They just signed that new TV contract with who? Is it NBC and ABC?
I don't know, but I know this. I know this. We got a dude, a legend that knows all this shit. Woo! And insider on this stuff, man. Can't thank him enough for hopping on.
Two-time NBA champion. Kansas legend. Make sure you say it the right way. Veteran. NBA vet in the league. Real hooper. The one and only Mario Chalmers, man. Bring him on. What's going on, my guy?
Nothing much, man. How y'all doing?
Hey, bro, I appreciate you joining us, man. Hey, man, are you really from Anchorage?
Yeah, East Anchorage.
Damn. So you and what's his name? Trajan Langdon, huh?
Yep, me and Trajan.
Damn, that's a trip. Were you a military brat or no?
Kind of. My dad was in the Air Force, but I didn't travel with him like that where he moved around. So me and my mom actually stayed in Alaska.
Oh, no, got you. Yeah, my brother was in the Air Force. He was over there too. So I know it's crazy. It's a big ass place with a little bit of people.
Yeah, definitely is.
Hey, man, I can't thank you enough for hopping on with us, dog.
Sure.
True legend, man. Having done so much. KU, watch you growing up, or not growing up. Shit, I'm a little older than you, but having to watch KU, being a UCLA fan, and knowing KU's history there. I coached and played in Kansas, so obviously got to be around and watching those teams. What's your take right now on KU and the college basketball scene? Is the mid-major dead with the NIL thing and the transfer portal? And can it ever recover? Can we get the Florida Gulf Coasts of the world and those type of teams back in the Sweet 16? Or is it all the big fish eat little fish, the big dogs only now with this money being handed out?
I think it's better for the little fish. Just because like the little fish have their alumni are far and few. So it's kind of like the alumni that did go to them schools that do want to give back, they'll make that program a little bit bigger than somebody can do at a Kansas or North Carolina or Duke. It's like, yeah, we got the alumni, we got people that have the money, but it's the prestige of going to a blue blood or a school like that. That's like, it's more of a privilege than anything else. So that's why I say the schools like BYU and all the other little schools, they're going to start winning more just because they're going to have that access to different funds to be able to pay them players.
No doubt. Hey, specifically KU, the Jayhawks, Bill Self, been a great damn coach for a long, long time. Is he having to refigure out his kind of method to his madness? Is there a lot of people having to restructure how they operate now with this new NIL and how it's going? Do you see him figuring it out and being fine, or do you see him having to go through these trials and tribulations?
It's definitely going to be an adjustment period. Just because with the new wave of guys, they think differently. They want $2 million to go to college, and for us it was we just want to go to college so we can get to the NBA. So
right.
It's a different mindset. So you have to definitely change and evolve with the way these kids are thinking. But at the same time, like you said, Coach Self has always been a great coach. He has a lot of history within himself and at the school at KU. So. Yeah, it's going to be an adjustment period. I think they're doing fine right now. We got the number one player in the nation, or top player coming in with Peterson. So they got a pretty good team coming in next year. So it'll be interesting to see how they do.
Hey, I know Smitty's going to jump in and got some questions for you. I can't thank you enough. I got to ask you, the big three you hit to win it all, is that still the biggest shot in your career, regardless, NBA or otherwise?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
You thought it for a quick second. I was like, yeah.
I thought I had one for a second, but no, that's definitely the one.
I remember that shit. Crazy.
We all do. That was such an incredible game, man. I thought that was like the moment where, like, I mean, people knew who you was, of course, before that. You had been hooping all year long, but that play was like really put it on the map. Yeah.
Elevated me to a different status. So
Nah, for sure, man, for sure. Let's talk about the NBA, man. We'll talk about current days now, and then we'll go back to like your playing days. NBA playoffs right now, man. Pacers just end of day series against the Cavs, going to the Eastern Conference Finals, back-to-back years. Out here in the West, it's looking like Golden State is looking a little ugly with Steph being out. The Nuggets series, we saw OKC just won a close one, last night. Just give us your overall take on the NBA playoffs right now and who you see facing off in the finals.
I've always said from the beginning of the season, I thought it would be the Nuggets and the Celtics for the finals. But with Jason Tatum going down, I don't see the Celtics getting back there. I haven't really been impressed with the way they've been playing in the playoffs this year. So
yeah. And they down 3-1 right now too.
Yeah,
without Tatum, it's like
elimination.
It's going back to the 90s and the early 2000s with that Knicks Pacers. So I'm definitely excited for the Knicks Pacers rivalry just because they've been setting us up for a long time. Like if you go back and really look at it, like Tyrese Halliburton and Jalen Brunson was both on WWE.
I saw it.
Like, come on now, like that's never happened before.
What you saying right now? What you saying?
You know what I'm saying? So it's been a setup to get these two to play each other. So that hype and that bad blood between them, that's gonna boost everything up. Like everybody's gonna be locked in for that.
Spike Lee on the sideline.
They don't like each other. You know there's a problem between them two teams, and you know whoever wins this gets to the finals.
Yeah.
So I'm more excited than that for that series, even though I know it hasn't happened yet. Like, they still gotta get one more game before this. New York got to get one more game, but I see it happening, and I'm excited for that series. That's the one series like I'm gonna be locked in from.
You think it's over tonight? You think the Knicks win it tonight? The Knicks win it tonight? They wrap out. They wrap it.
Garden. Let's play that Boston, right?
Yeah. No. It's in New York. It's in New York because it's a game 5, right?
Let me see. Hold on. It's at Boston.
It's in Boston. Yeah. I'm gonna say this, and this is just my honest opinion, just from being in a situation like this. I feel like Boston wins this game tonight because of the Tatum injury, because of the momentum, and everybody's gonna rally behind that team. They know what they've been through. It's kind of like when we played Boston, and when D-Wade and Rondo got into it, and Rondo's elbow bent backwards.
Oh yeah.
And it was like the whole arena rallied around them. It was so loud in there. It was like we couldn't get that game. Like it was just too much emotion going on. So I see either that happen tonight or New York blows them out. And it's just like, all right, we hurt, we done. We'll get ready for next season. So that game's gonna go either two ways. I don't think it'll be close.
Hey Mario, let me ask you: the star goes down. In this case, Celtics have been actually not better, but record-wise, they've only lost, I believe, 2 games without Tatum all year long, including the playoffs. How important is that? Like, how does that work? Your star goes down and you still win. Is that a thing that like you just said, it's all crowd motivation, or is it just the players step up and do it for the injured player?
Because
I think they're 9-2 without him.
Yeah, which isn't a huge sample size, but
it's just one of them things where you want to rally behind your teammate. Like he's down, he's feeling the pain, he's feeling the letdown of not being able to be out there with his team. So you want to pick him up in some way, and the best way to pick him up is to go out there and get a win and show him that we're gonna hold it down for you, whether you're here with us or not. So that's the mindset that I think Boston should definitely go in with. Like we got to hold it down for Jason.
No doubt.
Not for real, man. And then out west, you like the Timberwolves? Who you like? You like OKC coming out the west? What you thinking? Or are you still with the Nuggets? I know you said before the season it was Nuggets Celtics. Nuggets just lost last night. They down 3-2. Are you still feeling the Nuggets or what?
I'm still going for the Nuggets because I like the dynamic of their team. I like the chemistry they have. I like just the championship pedigree they got. But I would love to see a SGA versus Edwards in the finals, in the Western Conference Finals. Like I think that'd be very exciting to see. And those are 2 high-flying teams, high-exciting teams. But the key to Denver, and I've been saying this for a while, the key to Denver is Westbrook. If Westbrook's playing good, then they can't be beat. They're a hard team to beat, I say that. But when Westbrook is not at his best, then they're beatable. So I think Westbrook is the X factor for the series.
I got to ask you, dog, how soft are these motherfuckers now? Only reason I'm asking you, dog, because I go on All the Smoke with Matt and stacking them all the time. We talk shit all the time together, bullshitting. I've known them dudes a long time, but I got to ask you, like, you started 82 games as a rookie in the NBA. and played every game. And now this is like the load management era, and we fucking look at instant replays every 5 seconds for a 10-minute replay on a regular ass common foul. And now we got to see if it's a flagrant. And you just mentioned Rondo hyperextending his elbow, and it was nasty. And they would probably review that shit for an hour nowadays. Is the game totally night and day different?
Or
is it the player mentality?
No, it's almost night and day difference, but they just trying to protect the players. Like I think it's soft. I will say that. I think the NBA is getting a little bit softer than what it normally is. But if you look at it, they got to protect the players somehow. We can't have people getting tackled like they did Larry Bird in the 90s and the 80s and stuff like that. That won't fly these days.
Just because of the money they're making and the NBA, how important it is to the brand. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so. That, and they don't want that violence. I think people will fight back more than they would back then. So it's just a little bit of trying to keep it more professional, keep it fan friendly and things just like that. Just it's all a whole.
Yeah. No, I feel you for sure, man. So like, let's dive into your NBA career. You mentioned kind of a story of you guys playing against the Boston Celtics. I remember this as a fan watching those Heat and Celtics just kind of rivalries in the playoffs, man. What was it like to just be a part of that two-time championship winning team of the Heat? You played crucial roles, on both those teams. You're the point guard, you're leading the offense. You know what I'm saying? What was it like? Just get you kind of your experiences there on those teams.
Just a lot of fun. Just being with this guy, seeing the everyday grind of what it takes to be considered one of the best of the league, to the preparation to get ready for a game every day, and just the love and the hate that you get of being
great,
a fight for a championship, man, a fight for a season. So like we've been the most hated team in the NBA, and then we've been one of the most loved teams in the NBA. So you just got to embrace the moment.
What was that like? You mentioned hate, right? And you guys kind of receiving hate because of we understand it was the big three. LeBron gets, we going to win not 4, not 5, not 6. So it was a lot of attention brought to y'all this right out the gate. But specifically when y'all played against the Celtics, we understood just y'all two were that was the two kings out east. Was it a real dislike between those two teams? When y'all saw each other in the playoffs?
Yeah, it's still just we still don't like them. They still don't like us. So I think that's just one of the things that's forever going to be like that. And it's I feel like we kind of inherited the beef. I think the beef kind of started with Bron at Cleveland. And that's where the real Boston Bron hate beef started happening. So when he came to Miami, it's just we inherited it and we the better team. So now what's up? Now what y'all want to do? We going to beat y'all on the court and then we going to keep going. So y'all give us y'all best shot, whatever. Y'all was up 3-2. Bron came down, had 45 and 17 and 9. And it was just okay, yeah, we took y'all best shot and we still went to the next level.
And then y'all took Ray Allen from him. That's like the gut shot.
That was their fault. They gave us Ray Allen. You know what I'm saying? Once you get 35, 36 like Ray, you want to win, and the team that you've been winning with kind of backstabs you. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go over here with the other winners. I ain't gonna go nowhere else where I gotta start over and fight for a championship. I'm gonna go over here and help get a championship.
Yeah.
So that's the thing about that. They always talk about Ray leaving. It was what really happened to make him leave?
Right.
Nobody talks about that.
Context, right?
Yeah. So nobody talk about that.
Well, I'm at Smitty. I'm at that Smitty because Smitty be working with Paul Pierce every day at Fox. So
Yeah. That's my guy. That's my guy. We work together, you know what I'm saying? But
I want to see what answer they give y'all. So once he tell you that answer, let me know what he says. I'm confirming and tell you if it's true or not.
I'm gonna try to ask him today if I remember. We're gonna have to bring you back on again, then we can
let
see.
me know.
see what the answer is, man.
Hey Mario, we had Samaki Walker on the other day, played with Kobe, obviously in LA. We had a bunch of other guys, a bunch of players on recently, and we have to ask you this question. He's a Kobe guy. He played with Kobe, obviously, in this era. LeBron's going down is in the GOAT conversation. The specific question I want to ask you, though, is if Curry, let's say, gets out of this and they win tonight and can sustain and he gets back healthy and plays and wins, and let's say Golden State wins now that Jimmy's come over there, is the generation or the era, can it be argued that it's Steph's, not LeBron's? more head-to-head wins title-wise. He'll put him ahead of him title-wise. You can argue he's changed the game.
Unanimous MVP in the air. He's just okay.
Samaki said the conversation at least needs to be had. You're saying nah.
Nah, because at the end of the day, if you line them up mano a mano, who wins that matchup?
That's what I said.
Yeah,
and I love Steph, but
basketball is a team game, so you can't give somebody individual accolades of what they're doing within a team setting, because the Golden State team is better than Bron's team. So it's kind of like,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, Steph was the first unanimous MVP. Brown was the first person to bring somebody back from 3-1. You know what I'm saying? So they both got their different accolades, and it's kind of like, okay, accolades is this, accolades is that for the team, but you line them up mano a mano, who win in that matchup?
All day, it's gonna be Brian on that one.
Yeah, it's gonna be
for sure. Yeah.
So you can't take nothing away from Steph, but to give somebody a whole era, it's kind of like.
Let me ask you, how much weight do you give Steph, like Kobe and Jordan in their prime, like when guys go to play with you instead of you going and playing with others? Like, how much weight does that carry, though? That doesn't carry nothing to you?
It does carry
if you were to
weight.
win with Jimmy, if he were to win with Jimmy and Jimmy went to him again and KD went there and he didn't win before and he ain't won after, dog. LeBron continues to chase it. Steph, motherfuckers come to him. So I'm just trying to figure that has to carry some weight, no?
Not really, because you got to look where Steph's at. Would you rather go to Golden State or would you rather be in Cleveland?
Woo!
Would you rather be in Golden State or would you rather be in Miami?
Hey, Oakland is shithole too now. Shit.
But it ain't for real. It ain't like Cleveland.
It ain't for real.
It ain't for real. So that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like
it ain't Cleveland. I get it.
Yeah.
It's like Golden State is fun, good weather, good shopping. Cleveland is cold.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Cleveland for the drought of sports history of not winning for 150 years. So it's kind of like, I'm going to take my chances and go be somewhere warm.
Yeah.
And like you said, players are different. Like for me, I wouldn't want to go deal with no cold. Like I was so blessed to be able to get traded from Minnesota to Miami and spend most of my career in Miami and not Minnesota. Like I'd have been miserable in Minnesota just because of the weather and being cold and all that. You know what I'm saying? And so everybody thinks of, you got to think about everything that comes with that.
Let me ask you this real quick, since you said that. How hard is it to win in a friendly weather, bad bitches, major city, LA, Miami, versus a cold ass where you just got to do basketball? Like I know Dame probably is like, fuck, I got to go to Milwaukee. Like how hard is that? Is it harder winning?
Hard. Very hard. I'll say this. In my career, I played for two teams, Miami and Memphis. It was night and day going from Miami organization to Memphis organization, and all the way around, from practice, from outside of the organization, from food, just everything was just different. So it's you get comfortable and then you get hit with a culture shock. It's kind of like, okay, now I'm back to soul food and barbecue and all this. When I was in Miami eating rice and beans and Cuban food and Spanish food and all types of stuff. So it's always a change in atmosphere that you got to be comfortable with.
And real quick, because this brought this memory to my mind. You know, you mentioned you play for the two different teams, left Miami. You went viral like about a year ago. It might have been shorter than that. And you were explaining why you left Miami or what went down. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but you mentioned that you called LeBron out on defense, if I'm not mistaken. And I can't remember the exact phrase you said, but I think it was something along the lines of like either quit bitching or quit something like that. Can you please bring clarity to that and explain? Am I getting the story right? Give us some clarity on that, please.
Nah, he was like, I think you a bitch.
Or quit playing like a bitch. It was something like that.
We was playing the Pacers in regular season. That's when Paul George was kind of coming to his own. So they had the little matchup of LeBron and Paul George. So we was coming down in transition. I stopped the ball. They made a pass. LeBron didn't rotate out, so he got mad and got upset. So we got to the bench. And I'm telling everybody, like, yo, we need to stop bitching and just play basketball. Like, we all in this together. Like, come on, let's just do this. Like, stop bitching. He stood up and said, who you calling a bitch? And I said, I ain't calling nobody a bitch, but you know what I'm saying? You want to act tough, I can make it directly towards you. And for that game, I got benched for the rest of the game, but that wasn't why I wanted to get traded. That wasn't why I got traded. I got traded. That was probably a year or two later.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
So wait, so LeBron's presence and just who he is had control over the playing and all that of certain players?
No, I wouldn't say that. Pat Riley wasn't going for that. He might have had that at other teams, but Pat wasn't going for that.
That's why Jimmy probably no longer there too, right?
Yeah, Pat is one of a kind. He the Godfather for a reason. He ain't going for just anything.
So Pat really liked that. I always hear the stories about Pat Riley, but I'm looking at your facial expression. You're like, nah, Pat really
like that. You don't mess with a slick back. I've learned that in my career. Anybody with a slick back at 80 years old, you don't mess with him. Leave him alone.
Man. I love it. I love
that shit. That's real shit. Hey, what happens with LeBron? Are you all still cool?
Yeah, we still cool.
What happens there? Is this Luka's team? Is it time to say here's pass the buck in LA for the LA fan? But if you're a Laker fan like I am growing up in LA, what happens in LA with a young coach and JJ, former player? Those two are cool. They get together. The coach now player relationship changes obviously somewhat. What happens in LA if you're a guy that's LeBron 20-something years in this league and now you got Luka in the prime? Is it a time to pass the buck or what happens? I'm sure he wants to go on a retirement tour, right?
Yeah, it's time to do what D-Wade did. Get that back seat. You know, D-Wade took a little back seat when Bron and CB came to Miami. Not too much of a back seat because you're still that second guy. I picked second because if we give the team to Luka, the younger guy, it's still gonna be his team because he's gonna be there after you. So it's just a passing of the torch, kind of.
Yeah,
I could say that.
No doubt. Yeah, I'm curious, man, because Giannis is out there floating around. You know, the last question I got for you, man. I can't thank you for popping on here. This whole thing. I know Matt had Gilbert on his show yesterday. They brought it up. I know LeBron went on McAfee's show and literally said it. But the Mavericks go from 10 to 1, a 1.8% chance to win this damn lotto. Is it a setup, dog, or what's cracking? How do you trade Luka and then get the fucking number one pick? I'm curious. And in the second part of that question, does Dallas keep that Cooper Flag cat or trade him for a Giannis possibly?
First question, I think all draft lotteries is a setup. I've said that since 2003. So
LeBron goes to Cleveland.
So I'm just saying from 2003, 2008, and now it's kind of like
Derrick Rose, Chicago, LeBron, Cleveland. Yeah, it's a little fishy.
Yeah, okay. So to answer the second question, if I'm Dallas, no, I get rid of that pick. I'm trading it because I can get whoever I want with that number one pick. Because Cooper's not a bad guy, but we want to win now. Kyrie's coming back from injury. AD get hurt pretty much every other day. So your window of winning is very, very small right now, unless you're just going to go into real rebuilding mode. So if you're going to go to rebuilding mode, then I would get rid of Kyrie and AD and just rebuild. But if not, I want to win right now, I'm sending Cooper somewhere. And I'm trying to get Giannis. I'm trying to get KD. I'm trying to get D Booker. I'm just trying to get somebody that can fill that void that we need because our bench is cool. We got good bigs. We got a dominant scorer in Kyrie and AD. We just need one more piece.
Man. So you get rid of Kyrie and AD
if you're trying to rebuild.
If I want to rebuild.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You can go get rid of Kyrie and AD and get some picks and be like, all right, we just rebuilding this year. Let Cooper go here, kill good rookie of the year, and get his feet wet in the NBA, and then we build around him.
Let me ask you: is Vegas the next expansion team in NBA? They're gonna get a team. Or Seattle?
I'm in Vegas right now, so I do like Vegas, but I'd rather see it in Seattle. Just Seattle has so much history. It's always been a basketball town, and like the people there love basketball, and it's just as much money in Seattle as well. I ain't gonna say that. It's a lot of money in Seattle.
There is but if there's one team, there has to be a second though, right? It'll probably be both cities, huh?
I say this. I say you do two teams. You do Seattle and Vegas, and you move that Memphis team to the East Coast. And put Memphis in the Eastern Conference.
Got you.
And
That
that
makes
way
sense.
everything's still balanced.
Balanced out.
Yeah.
I like that. I like
Yeah,
that.
no doubt. No doubt.
Y'all see.
Hey, Mario, let everybody know what you got going now. You were just playing still not too long ago. Shit, you were overseas. What do you got going down cooking the fire?
Right now, getting ready for the Big Three. Ice Cube League, the Big Three. We start June 14th. So
Yeah.
We got the draft tomorrow in Vegas. So we got some big names. Dwight Howard playing this year, Lance Stevenson, Kimball Walker, me, Michael Beasley, Montrezl Harrell. So it's gonna be one of the exciting things for the summer. So get ready for
Oh
that.
yeah. Are you back traveling or is it all in Vegas again?
Now we back traveling. So it's
Okay.
we start in Chicago. I think the first three cities are Chicago, Baltimore, and Miami.
Oh, nice.
JB, you used to work for the you do some stuff for the Big Three, right? Back in the day.
Yeah. Me and Michael Rappaport.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I called that game in Staples. It was sold out. The championship, the first year.
A couple years
The
ago.
first championship.
Yeah. So
That's when
it
Hope
was
was found everybody.
Yeah, it was cool shit. And I'm cool with GP and a lot of guys, a lot of guys and shit. So it was cool seeing all those dudes.
I see all them tomorrow.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I might have to fuck with it again. Maybe I'll hook up, see you, man. Come meet you in person. Shit, it'd be cool. Vegas. We're not too far in LA, so we're always there. Man, I can't thank you enough for hopping on, brother. Keeping it real, man.
We play in LA this year too, so check out the Big Three schedules and we can set something up.
At the Staples or at the whatever
Intuit or
yeah, whatever the fuck they call them now.
It's probably Staples. It's probably the gas.
I think it's Inuit Dome.
Oh yeah, Intuit. Yeah, that's cool. That's right there in Inglewood.
It might be.
I think so. I have to check and double check that, but I think
either way, LA, we can make something happen for sure.
No doubt. And Smitty gonna find out from Paul what the truth is, and then we'll fuck around and find out.
Yeah, you gotta set it up where me and Paul come on the show and talk shit, go back and forth about the good old days. Because we got the Kansas connection too.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna make it happen. It's easy.
God.
That'd be fire. All right, Ben. I appreciate you, brother. Good seeing you, man, and much love.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, brother.
All right.
Mario Chalmers, man, legendary big shot hitter.
Vet,
yeah, it's unbelievable. What time is it?
It's 9:00. It's time for unpaid.
Huh? Head over to CoachJBStore.com. Get you some merch. Max, shut the fuck up. God damn, homie, you sound like a bitch. Shut the fuck up.
The whole time the chat was, come on, Smitty, ask the question. Come on.
God damn. Nobody gives a fuck about the PEDs, homie, at Miami. I'm worried about the PEDs now.
And home, we're gonna get to the question when we get to them. Me and JB, we are great interview. We know how to do it. It's a story that you want to tell in your interview. You want to start here, build here, get to. That's why we get the best interviews.
I didn't know I was supposed to ask it. Was I supposed to ask that question or something?
You're supposed to ask nothing. You asked everything you're supposed to ask, Jason. You did a
God
great
damn.
job.
We don't write these questions down, by the way.
Yeah.
Max DeGeorgia. Shut the fuck
what
up.
are you talking about, homie?
Why don't you DM him and ask like a bitch? Would. Hey, LeBron, I love you so much. We are PEDs. No, it's a realist show because guess what? We don't fucking ask stupid ass questions to try to go viral like a bitch would.
Right. It's respect, homie.
Drop $100 in, bitch.
And I still asked the question like I said bitch in. That's what he actually said, homie. I did my research.
See, everybody wants to ask questions and talk shit, but nobody wants. Why don't you throw some money in, homie, if you wanted that question asked so bad?
Weak motherfucker, exactly.
Shut your bitch ass up. Some of you bitch ass motherfuckers are funny as fuck. So now we didn't get gas. It was shitty. Then we get a bunch of guests on. Then you got a great guy. And then we get so many guests on. Now it's like now you don't ask the questions to the guests. Shut the fuck up.
Start your own channel. Start your own show and get 70,000 subscribers and get 3,000-4,000 watching live every single day. And you get Mario Chalmers on and you ask him the questions. But the problem is you scared to even talk to a real person in real life because you ain't got no confidence in yourself. You got a damn avatar of a dinosaur as your picture. We can't even see your face. Half the top, Max in Georgia and everybody else.
Because he's a bitch.
Soft ass motherfuckers. That's why I can't. That's why these chats sometimes. Shout out to the real ones though. We got some real ones in the chat. We got some real ones. OG Kennard, he a real one. But a lot of y'all soft.
Who's Sexy Carolina? Huh?
Let's end the show with put the baby picture back there in the middle, y'all. Let us know which baby swag is the best. Which baby is your favorite? I know Leah said on Twitter, we asked her. She said the black one, which is me, is our favorite. I don't know who did this. I didn't do this picture. I don't know who did this picture. I like this of Steve Kim. I do. I think that's a good Steve Kim. It's not a good one to me. The better one to me is the other one of me personally. JB, I'm kind of indifferent. JB is a super baby on this one. The other one is a little bit more, like older baby. You know what I'm saying? But y'all let us know which baby.
Are you sure that's Steve?
That's definitely Steve. That's a good Steve. That's a hell of a Steve. Motherfucker, baby got gray hair.
Your hair is unbelievable, though.
That's not me. That's why I said I don't like that one. The other baby look more like me for real. Like, that's actually how I look. Like Leah said online, Leah was like, he has your exact smile, Smitty.
No, I don't know her.
Yeah, Steve is perfect. That look just like Steve.
No, I don't know her that I put in the group text, but I'm gonna find out. Huh?
What group?
I don't know who that is. Follow me. I don't know who that is. Anyway.
Hold on,
We'll be back tomorrow.
It's probably a fake page.
No, it's not. Look at the follow. You can tell right away if you know it's fake or not.
No,
yeah.
that's how many people she is following. She only has 1.1 thousand followers.
Yeah, it is.
But she's following 7,000. Let you know that it's not a real person, homie.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to help you out, so you don't end up like.
I knew that. I looked at it wrong.
I'm trying to get you free game. I don't want to.
No. I already know that. That's why I looked at it wrong.
It's probably a little boy. Like
no doubt. No doubt.
Trying to get you.
No doubt. I get those all the time. But usually, I thought it was flipped though. I looked at it real quick. That's why.
Yeah, I understand. It's all right. Hey, players mess up.
No, there's no player at all. There's no player at all about it. Puffy's entering the day 4 of his trial.
Man, it's getting crazy. They pissing on each other, all type of shit going on. I'm gonna keep my ear to it to hear what's going on.
What?
Huh?
What are they doing?
I got cut the I need somebody to cut that Paul Pierce piece. Like, it don't have to be edited, just like literally just cut it like raw, so I can just show Paul later on what Mario said, and maybe I can get Paul on. Like, it's always weird when you like work with him, and Paul's super cool about it. It's just like the higher ups be acting weird about certain shit. But I think I can get Paul on, no problem, and like that'd be cool. Get Paul on with Chalmers, and we do like a little 4-box situation, and had them just kind of talk about the memories. That'd be kind of fun.
They said that they pissed in her mouth.
Yeah, but they said that the sex worker, like, they said he didn't do it right. They said that he was pissing like too like normal, like a strong piss, and allegedly Cassie and Diddy told him like, hey, you doing it wrong. They're like, how you want me to do it? They say he supposed to let out in like little spurts, like here and there, like pss, 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 pss. That way she doesn't like enough time to like let it like go. Allegedly, he didn't know what he never pissed on nobody before. He was just straight pissing like a water hose, and it was like making like choking on and stuff. So the main thing I'm trying to figure out did Diddy force him to do that to her? Or, and this is what the sex worker said on trial. The sex worker said on trial that allegedly Cassie asked for it. So it's all fucking chaos right now going on. It's only day 1. We're going to keep our ear to it. Once we hear more and we know more, we'll discuss it more.
Can you break down the piss again? How do you know that?
Because I listened to the research. I listened to the trial. I read the tweets, and they had somebody who was there at the court who did a whole video breaking it all the way down. I thought I sent it to you, doing like a full breakdown. So yeah, I guess that he was like just pissing on her, and they was like, nah, you got to let it out in like little. Pss, 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 pss,
I'm curious. I'm tripping though. I'm tripping on. Did R. Kelly get this same like chance to like beat the case?
We did have a chance to beat the case, but it's different cases. It's different.
I get all that, but
they said like Kelly had like allegedly like he had him kidnapped. They had him like they were underage, and it's way more to it for Kelly than this. Diddy is just a freaky ass motherfucker who has some crazy sexual stories with consenting grown-up adults. That's what it is right now until we hear more. The R. Kelly situation was actual motherfuckers 17, 15-year-old. He pissed on a 16-year-old. Like, it was different levels. So age matter, consent. It was a lot. It was different case. So don't put them all together. Don't do that. Keep them separate. So
they said that he gave the dude $100,000 in a bag and said, "Get rid of the video of him dragging Cassie around the hotel room."
And he didn't get rid of it. So do you get the money back?
Somebody paid more than $100,000 is what is what happened. TMZ went and paid over $1 million and got
like NIL.
Yeah, and then Diddy got duped for $100,000. See, Diddy should have went with $1 million, or just and got him out of there. But anyway, we'll be back Truth Town Thursday tomorrow. Steve Kim's on tomorrow. We got
people, y'all.
Loaded line. I like pin on bitches. But we'll get back to that tomorrow. And great week so far. It's already Thursday about to be, man. Unbelievable. Watch us on Unpaved on Rumble in about an hour.
Unpaved.
We'll see you tomorrow on another great loaded show. Bet US TV's proud sponsor of the Coach AB Show with Big Smitty. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
This the real JB. You better find the skin real quick.